everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon. I'm back today with another episode of Tales from the Twisted Tower. It's a Thursday, and we've got almost all the crew back with us. Kyle is unfortunately back under the weather, but we'll be back with us next week to reprise his role as Rose. But the rest of us are here, and we're here for some shenanigans and good times today. So hello everybody there in chat, good to see you guys. Let's go around the cast and crew, let's figure out who we're playing today. We've got Kienna as our Dungeon Master. How you doing, Kienna?
I am doing pretty good. Had a lot of things happening this week. Had the premiere of my theater production last night, so I'm kind of still on that show mode happening, which is good because I'm here in the DM seat, ready to toss the players into some Wonderland shenanigans down the rabbit hole. And I'm just very excited to see what you guys and what chat comes up with to just make this just a little more mad.
Just a little bit, because that's what we need. The two words of the day that have been suggested thus far for viewer decisions are super and gonorrhea. So I can only hope for the viewer decision to be fantastic today. We do have Tommy with us today. How you doing, Tommy?
I am doing great. It's another great day for D&D. Aiden is personally hoping for a nice and calm session.
Mm-hmm.
Keep things easy, keep all the corners padded.
Yep.
Get out the pillow bodysuit.
Yep.
Yep. But I play Aiden Brightfoot, Halfling Phoenix Sorcerer, who doesn't know how that fire started over there, but he does have some fire insurance for you.
Yeah, that's the most important
Better
thing.
sign that real quick.
Sign that quick, because that fire's going up, baby. Great stuff, Tommy. We've got Anna with us tonight. Anna, how you doing?
Hey, doing okay. I'm going to be playing Frilly, the Halfling Barbarian, and that's it. Thank you for
all you will ever know, all you will ever hear about Frilly, all you'll ever learn is those two words. Great stuff. Thank you, Anna. Informative, as always. We have Kat with us tonight. Kat, how you doing?
I'm good. I am looking forward to a long weekend, 4 days off work. And what better way to start it than with my favourite Thursday D&D group. Well, actually my only Thursday D&D group, but that's, also my favourite. But yeah, I play Larissa Whiteash. She's a half-elf ranger, and she also definitely knows that Aiden didn't start the fire over there, because, I mean, he wouldn't, because he doesn't lie. None of them lie, ever, and they're such nice people.
That is correct. All of us are the best people around, including my own character, Douglas, the human fighter who is up for fighting pretty much anything that has feet that he can cut off. He's the parental figure, guardian perhaps of Alyssa, and is encouraging her to make all of the wrong decisions, make all of the wrong friends, and believe that none of us started any of the fires. Yeah, it's going to be exciting today. Douglas definitely doesn't have a problem with his height. Don't bring it up. Don't mention it, because it's not even a big deal at all. He definitely hasn't had anything related to that. Definitely hasn't made eaten a cookie which has made him tiny, so don't worry about it. Don't even bring it up. He'll get really mad. But let's dive into our game today. Before we do, in fact, sponsors D&Dice. Go over there to the website, dndice.co.uk. Get yourself some beautiful dice. Save yourself 5% when you do so, using the coupon code EncounterRoleplay, and get yourself some beautiful dice. Not only do they have premium and really sexy dice in there, they've got some nice and affordable plastic sets as well. So they've got a good bit of stuff you can take out there, as well as accessories as well. They've got some great gaming tins. I wish I had one on hand, but I don't. Also, you can interact with today's show. If you haven't followed yet, follow button. Join us, 20 followers. You guys get to decide what happens next in our campaign. With a viewer decision, you throw out ideas as to what could happen next in our campaign. We all vote on them, and then we just have to roll with them and see what happens. Last week, it was K-pop bands, dance-offs,
Hell yeah.
and it got real. It got real. Also, here's a tweet for you guys. 20 retweets, and we'll have another viewer decision as well, where you can screw up the party or decide to help us out. And you can donate to further game. Give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and I believe this is the last day for the tentacle table to be active. So, you guys, we've gotten some good uses out of these tentacles. But are we done with them? Can everyone ever truly be done with tentacles? That is the question we'll be asking today. But I'll hand over to Kienna to remind us about what happened last week on the show.
Right. Well, I mean, we mentioned the K-pop.
Yeah, that happened.
Explored some of the tower, and then realizing they hadn't had the rest of the pages to continue forward to unlock more of the tower, they decided to end up in a greenhouse where they came face to face with a strange bipedal rabbit, some very handsome K-pop boys, and also Marie, the human bar they had come across before, who had just kind of said, you guys are here way too early, and decided to drop them into a rabbit hole where alongside them it was Rose had also been dropped in, and they all started falling down this kind of fever dream of a rabbit hole. Everything okay, internet? I'm just seeing like chat.
Yeah, no, it just went for like 2 or 3 seconds. It should be fine.
Okay, that's good. So in this fever dream K-pop rabbit hole, they fell down, and they woke up in a strange version of the Glimmer Grove, the home of both Urlissa and Frilly. However, things were a little different here. The forest was as glimmery as it had been, but just everything was a little off. The sky was purple, and they found Allie Carroll, the person that had gone missing from their guild, here, stuck in the glade, unable to continue towards the forest, which was strange. However, the party was able to figure, maybe if we try different ways, and they walked, and they realized that the only way to go forward was to go backwards. So they walked backward into the woods. They came across some strange things. Came across a lake with a giant mushroom, upon which a caterpillar snake person thing was chilling. Offered Rose some drugs, which Rose took, and Rose is now high as fuck. So that's Rose is going to be here with the party, but she's stoned.
Rose is
out of her
winning,
mind.
really.
Yeah, essentially. After some detours, the party ended up in a strange version of Urlissa's home, which was both her home and not her home. The windows replaced by mirrors. Strange mirrors for sure, and the only way out seeming to be this tiny door, which none of them would have been able to fit through. However, there were some conveniently placed cookies on the counter, and the party decided that they were just going to eat the cookies, no questions asked. So they did, and they all shrunk down except for Allie, who was like, well, I guess I'll just go and figure things out. As now the rest of the party is kind of starting to feel just a little more chill, almost psychedelic, man. As they are tiny, and as they opened the tiny door to the outside, they came face to face with 2 large eyes and a large grin disembodied. The cat, perhaps, that had been told to go find directions to find the queen. So that's where we left off.
Yay!
Everything is fine.
And there's a big cat. And drug cookies. Good.
And drug cookies. So all of you, again, you're small. You're like this big. Probably.
Yeah.
Smaller for your smaller companions, but
Are the eyes normal sized?
So essentially, the cat. You think that if you were
our eyes, our eyes are fucking huge.
They're just normal sized eyes and tiny people with just big eyes.
Everything except from our eyes shrank.
No, so it's not. You think that if you were normal size, this would be a fairly normal size, maybe a little larger than normal sized cat. But it's hard to tell as a cat because just you have large cat-like eyes. It's kind of blue-green colored, and just this large, jagged smile.
Hey there, Mr. Cat. How's it going?
Wait, you see it too?
Yeah, no.
I just thought,
definitely.
I was so chilled. I was seeing floating mouths.
Yeah, I thought I was seeing colors.
Hey, what's up, my cat? What's happening?
Try to
Why are you talking like that?
Who are you?
What's up, cool cat?
He does look quite cool, actually. Like a really cool cat.
Yeah, like with shades and like he's leaning back.
Yeah.
There is no body to be seen. Literally his eyes and smile.
But we could sorry, wow. I just went full Aiden there. We could imagine that he's sitting back with shades, right?
If there were shades and if there were the body, yes. And you just kind of see like the head tilts, or what you imagine would be the head tilting, as the eyes and the smile kind of go off to a curve. Says, well, I have many a name. I suppose you could play the name game with me.
The name game.
Name game?
Okay.
Am I meant to have known this game? I don't think I know this game.
I don't like
I don't
games.
know this game.
And I also don't like names. But, sure, I mean, I'm feeling a bit more relaxed than usual.
It kind of like glances and says, well, the game always has a prize, my friends. And it seems like all of you were looking
Do
for
we get
something.
more cookies?
They
Is that
were
the
nice
prize?
cookies. They were nice cookies.
They were very good.
They made me really small, and it seemed like all of my problems got smaller when I got smaller, so I appreciate it.
You know, I didn't think that you could get. I didn't think they were gonna affect you. To be honest.
I'm really surprised that he's even smaller.
You know, I may have tiny ears, but I can still hear you.
Wow, that's really that's quite clever of
You know,
you.
you
You're
guys.
so talented, Douglas.
You are talented.
Thanks,
About hearing stuff.
guys.
Yeah.
It's usually because it's right next to my ears, so you guys are trying to whisper.
I mean,
how big your ears are, Douglas?
does he have big ears and a little body?
Anyway,
That's exactly
Kat,
it.
aren't you the one that can give us instructions on how to get places around here?
The cat's in that kind of again twists again and says, well, things could be, you could go any which way, any direction you may please. It depends on your destination, and I can probably give you passage of ease.
You guys even remember where we wanted to go before? It seemed really important, but now I don't even remember where exactly we wanted to go.
You know, me neither. Come to think of it.
Guys, I think we need to find more food. I'm really hungry. I'm really
Weren't we looking? We could go back to that bakery. Yeah, we're trying to find a way out of here.
But I mean, if there was food on the way, and then definitely a way out of here.
Yeah, you got anything like a truck stop on the way out of here, or like a little cafe, tea shop kind of deal?
Yeah,
that
some
could be good.
tea would be
maybe,
nice.
maybe some place that sells pretzels in bulk.
Or pies
Yeah,
in bulk.
pretzels en masse would be appreciated. Wholesale stock of
Wholesale.
pretzels would be good.
Mm-hmm.
And the way out, you got
Yes.
anything like that, Kat?
Mm-hmm.
I perhaps know of some food that are canned, but it's odd to me. Most people don't want to leave this land.
Why?
Why would that be? I mean, guys, it's all right. It had those pretty boys.
Oh yeah. Okay, then yeah. Can I just stay here with them? Is that possible?
Pretty. We've kind of got responsibilities now. You remember?
Oh, dang it. Yeah. Yeah. I think those cookies are getting to me. But come to think of it, didn't we need to go look for a queen?
Wasn't the cat,
Ah,
which, I mean, this isn't a cat, this is actually just a smile and some eyes.
true.
So I don't know if it's actually a cat, but maybe there's a cat attached to the smiles and the eyes. Do you have a body, Mr. Smiley Face?
From as it does like a twist all the way around, and as it does, there's like a wisp of kind of pink and purple smoke, as there is suddenly a cat face in front of you, attached to the eyes and the smile.
All see that. We all saw the face thing do that, right? Okay, good. So, we were meant to find a cat, and you now have a cat face. So, I'm going to make the assumption you have a cat body, which would totally make you a cat. And the cat is meant to find us the queen?
That's right. We're trying to find the queen.
Like that.
Yeah, the queen, and then we're out of here. We have to meet her for some reason. Cat, do you know where the queen is? Can you show us how to get there, please?
The cat says, like I said, there are many paths. You must tell me which one, lads and lass.
Take
The path that takes us to the queen.
the quickest path to the queen, preferably with some the pretzel path as well.
Yeah. It does. So the pretzel pass.
Yeah.
Or if you know a path where anyone who needs fire insurance lives.
Yeah, the fire insurance or the pretzel brick road if you got one of those. Just a long shot, but
It's very difficult for me to come up with responses that have rhymes.
what rhymes with pretzel? Schnitzel.
Good King Wenzel. What is that from? Where do I know that?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Wenzel's pretzels.
There we go. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
The cat. Now that it's kind of Hansel. And
Oh,
Gretel.
very good, Earl. Very good.
As you now kind of see materializing. There's 2 paws and some more paws, and it says there are 2 paths that I know. Which ones you choose, which ways you go. It's all dependent on you and where you'd like. Whether you would prefer to have a snack or get there fast.
We want a snack. I mean,
Yeah.
snack time. That's what I'm feeling. I kind of got the munchies.
I don't know why I just looked at my wrist.
Yeah, it's snack.
It's a good
snack.
wrist you got there.
I'm not really.
Really nice.
I feel I'm not really in a rush. You guys?
I mean,
I feel like
snacks
taking
is
the-
way
Details, my
more
dude.
important than anything else.
Appreciate it, mate.
Really.
Yeah.
Then it's probably find the queen and other things.
Yeah, what she said.
And so the cat says, well then, to the Hatter and the party. Now shall we hurry? Shall we
I
not
love a
be tardy?
I love a party.
Normally I hate parties, but I'll go to this one.
I think it'll be really good fun.
Did you say Hatter?
Indeed.
Like hats?
Indeed, like hats or caps.
Whoa. That's
Will we
cool.
get hats? I think we'd all look great in hats.
I think so too.
Yeah. A little tiny hat for Douglas. So
He looks. Maybe if we put him like in a little suit.
Wait,
cute.
hey, guys, can we get one of those little like red hats with the little golden tassel on it for Douglas?
Oh yeah, we should do that. Don't tell him though.
Yeah,
I
don't
can
tell him.
still hear you all.
Oh, Douglas, hi.
Oh hey.
oh, hey there.
The cat, it now fully materialized, and this is definitely not a normal cat color. It's just pink and purple cat. And with this bright blue eyes, and still a very shiny white pointy teeth grin. And says, well, I suppose if you're in need of a snack, we should hurry on. Get on my back.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
And it kind of like settles down low enough that you guys could probably try to climb onto it.
Yeah.
Aiden will just hop on. Oh, is Aiden's broom tiny with him?
I would say that all the equipment
Okay,
that you
cool.
had would
Cool.
have shrunk with you.
All right, Aiden just hops on his little broom and is his broom like the size of those? You remember those little, what were they called? They were the little skateboards that you played with your
Tech
finger.
decks?
Tech decks. Is it like the size of a tech deck?
Essentially.
Oh
He's
yeah,
really
he flies up. He flies up on onto the back of the cat.
Okay. And it's still odd because you have never experienced like long fur, essentially, that you kind of can grab hands hold of, but it's also kind of threatening to just like bury you in fur.
Cuddle into all the fur, like.
It's also weird because like it doesn't feel like any fur that you felt before. There's like it's very silky, but also kind of doesn't feel like it's there in a way. Just this odd sensation. And the cat will just start walking off very elegantly. You're barely jostled around. As you head onto your journey, you go deeper into the Glimmer Grove. Philly and Alyssa, you kind of starting to recognize bits and pieces of this forest. These are pathways you have gone through before. You skirt around a few glades that you know are communities that people live in.
I know these places. I know there. And I'm sure I know someone who lived there.
Me too.
Amazing. This is just like home.
Boy, there was your house back there. You said it was... It makes sense that the other places around here are similar, I guess.
It's like really like home, and like the whole thing. But except for, is the sky still a different color?
Sky is still very purple.
Yeah. Except for that's still not right, guys. Unless
no cats. This big.
Yeah, and also I'm not this tiny at home.
Yeah, it's kind of that purple. That's kind of like the permanent twilight kind of deal.
It's a bit strange.
Yeah, this place is kind of depressing. I like it.
For Frilly and Aiden and Douglas, kind of like the sky from the Feywild.
Oh no.
Do I remember this?
Oh no.
Because I'm kind of cookie high.
Cookie high. I think it's a unique enough color that you're kind of like, huh.
Yeah, as I'm kind of like laying on the cat like this, like really awkwardly, I look up and I see this crazy sky and I'm like, wow, it's so pretty. And I like get up right away like, oh, you guys, that we couldn't, no, but do you guys remember and I look around, the Feywild?
I do. That's a place I'll never go to again.
Me neither, but the sky kind of looks similar.
And now you mention it, you're right. Does look kind of similar.
Do you think we're back?
Might hope not, but
I hope not.
Wouldn't be the first time we've accidentally fell into a place like that. And we did literally fall down a hole, so it's now I think about it, more and more plausible that there's a queen here as well, and there was a queen in the Feywild, so it's all adding up.
Good.
But we weren't helping any small children at the time.
It's true, there are no small children other than Alyssa. And there was that girl before, the little one, with that dog.
Yeah, but that
Dottie!
was somewhere else. Yeah.
Whatever her name was, yeah. I don't know. Could all be connected. Wherever little children go, we seem to follow and end up into weird places, like the Feywild, so... yeah. I don't know.
I just hope it's not the Feywild, because I'm gonna cry if it is. I'm gonna cry.
I'm
We're in the
sure
Feywild.
we'll
I'm
find-
gonna
and
kill
I'm
a
just
lot
gonna
of
cuddle up
people.
and just stroke Frilly's hair and just cuddle up to
If
her.
we're in the Feywild, I'll kill this queen. I don't give a shit.
I mean,
I'll
even if we
fucking kill her.
weren't in the Feywilds, you'd probably kill someone, Douglas.
Well, this means I'll enjoy it more.
Oh, okay.
You haven't
Because
seen
I
me
was gonna say
kill.
that's.
You haven't seen me kill someone in quite a long time.
I mean, no, you've just threatened a lot of people, but you're right. Actually, you haven't done much cutting or stabbing recently.
I mean, I killed one of those sugar daddies, but
I mean, but they were a bit weird.
true.
And you said they were bad, so I 100% believe that they probably deserved it then.
Yeah, me too.
As you guys are having this kind of conversation, noticing this guy, it's strange being this small. The flora and what little fauna that you do see, like squirrels and stuff, are so much larger. Realize how small you are. How probably easily anything could snatch you up. And like
This is
the
how I feel on the
flowers
inside all of the time.
kind of, and the flowers kind of loom over you, and like all these like wildflowers are so much larger and less delicate looking here. And as you're passing through, you're kind of hearing bits and pieces of music, perhaps, singing voices, and as such. You guys can make perception checks.
Big flowers. Everything's big. I'm small. I see something. Actually. Got a 16 then?
22.
Yep, 16, 22. 11's not bad for Aiden, if he's on disadvantage.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. So
I just have
17.
the number. Yeah, so 17 for
Wow, that's actually
great.
very... All of
Which
you
is
are doing... It's... Your mind is open to...
Well, it really is.
We are so
Really
high with
relaxed.
seeing all the things.
It turns out
All the-
that Douglas is super stressed. He performs way worse.
Almost like real life.
Almost like real life.
Yeah, almost like real life.
Direct correlation to our performance and the stress that we're under as a team.
As you're kind of trying to pick up on where the song is coming from, you're realizing this song is probably coming from much closer than you expect it to, considering the volume and the such. But there's no other creatures until you're kind of looking at these flowers that loom over you. Some of them have, like, you know how sometimes when you look at things and your brain kind of configures faces? You're seeing faces on these flowers. And some of these flowers are singing.
Hey, guys, are those flowers sing?
Yeah. What kind of song are they singing? It's like beatboxing or.
No, very choral kind of songs.
Hey, guys, it might be a good time to.
That's kind of weird. I think they're doing
Like-
Jeff Buckley's version of Hallelujah. That's.
Oh my god.
It's like that montage in Shrek 1.
I don't know Shrek 1, but I'm sure I'd like it.
Oh, it's a good film.
What's a film?
No, it's this astral projection that the mages can do.
Really? Oh, I mean, mages are really talented, and I've never met a mage. Not well. I mean, Aiden is like, I think, different. Anyway, so flowers don't normally sing.
Yeah,
I've learned that too in my time.
I'm still real cool with this, but I am wondering what was in those cookies.
I almost spat out my water at the astral projection thing.
What if the flowers have been eating these cookies too? Or what if they make the cookies out of these flowers? You know how they say like you use sunflower oil in some things? Like, what if the oil from these sunflowers is like
or like I mean you generally use flour for baked goods, right?
So maybe they've
No
actually
interest.
used flowers.
But wouldn't we be singing like them?
Yeah, I
No, but
definitely
maybe
don't want to
just feels
sing.
Maybe we're singing in our hearts, which is why we're so happy right now.
Wouldn't go that far.
That's true. That makes sense.
Okay.
I do have to say, the idea of Douglas singing is both scary and hilarious.
I'll also say with your perception checks, you guys can hear the sounds of water, and Alyssa and Philly, you would both know that this would be one of the many kind of glades and pools and streams that crisscross the Glimmer Grove. And the two of you can make me nature checks.
I guess 6.
Yeah, you didn't really study this. Meanwhile, Alyssa, you know that many of these flowers you're kind of seeing, the ones that now have faces, they do live on the sides of banks of rivers and such. It's these particular types of wildflowers, kind of narcissus and all that stuff.
Okay.
So you would imagine that there's a lot of water sources around here. You guys continue into the forest, and it gets a little darker. Rose is kind of she's following along with you guys, but she's just like, so like if you look at her, like her pupils are blown, like she's not responsive, essentially.
Rose does this every now and again. It's fine.
You hear more sounds this time, except it doesn't sound like, the coral singing. It sounds sort of like the whistling of teapots. Several of them.
I know that sound anywhere. I can hear a whistling teapot from a mile away. That's...
You guys rolled really well on your perception. Like, I'm gonna give you that.
I like tea. So
Good input.
we should go where there's tea.
Well, the cat did say we were going for a snack, so...
Oh, maybe we're getting the tea like you wanted.
Wasn't there a party? Maybe there's a tea party.
Oh, I've never been to a tea party before. I think I'd like a tea party.
Me neither. I've only ever been to a couple of parties of these guys, and they were horrific. I ended up poisoning hundreds of people at the first one, and then I killed lots of people who turned into were-tigers in the second, so...
You've
my
not
track
really
record.
I mean,
You
to
killed
be
the love
fair,
of my life.
Sorry,
Good time.
I did? Oh. Who was that again?
The guy with the red hair. The guard.
I
That's all
believe
the
his name was Juniper. I looked through my past notes.
Did I kill him? Oh.
You poisoned him.
Yeah. No, I guess I did. Wow, I really hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
to be fair, my
I
first
have.
party was a really bad experience because it was the same one where you killed all the people who turned into were-people.
Yeah.
And my love nearly died too. But
Yeah.
Aiden
For
did.
times of
Cherish
charm,
him.
huh?
Cherish him forever.
Yep. And make sure if you guys ever get a home together, get some fire insurance.
I mean, if that ever happens, I mean, I will totally come to you, Aiden, and ask your advice on things like fire insurance and all those really sensible things that both you and Douglas often talk to me about.
Hey, Kat, is that the party over there? And what's with the singing flowers?
The cat says, indeed, we are about to arrive. So make sure that you're awake, that you feel alive. As for the flowers, it is hard to say. The land has always been this way.
I mean, he's not very descriptive, really, is he?
Yeah, that wasn't really helpful.
I mean,
Maybe-
almost
maybe
fought hard, guys.
Maybe the next fella we meet, or whoever's at the party, maybe they'll be really insightful and be able to give us words of wisdom.
That sounds like a good idea.
Right. As you approach, you're now seeing what to a normal-sized version of you would be a fairly large table still. Very, very long as you break into this new glade. A whole bunch of chairs are set up, like 20 chairs, and there's seems to be one figure at one end, another figure at the other end. And from your perspective right now, it's difficult to see what's on the table, but you see like poofs of steam rising up, as well as some there seems to be some movement up there.
I guess we get down and see what's going on.
And the cat, as you're walking, as you approach this, you just feel as the body underneath you kind of just slips away. As you're kind of deposited on the ground suddenly. And from the tail towards the face, the cat's body disappears. So again, it's just the smile.
That was weird. Thanks,
It was a
Mr.
little
Cat.
You're the best, Mr. Smiley-faced cat. Thank you.
The cat says, "Best of luck on your journey. I should hope that you do nothing that causes much worry."
Can't promise that.
100%, Mr. Cat.
No, because we're always really, really good at everything we do, and like, I'm not sure what worry we'd cause.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Cat. We got this in the bag. This is third time's a charm. We've never destroyed any parties before, except for the two we've been to.
I mean, let's be real. All these parties that people are doing, the people are kind of assholes.
I mean, that's true, but on the other hand, we're the ones that planned them, so...
but they keep ruining our parties, so...
Our planning.
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
The cat kind of does, again, another twist of its eyes and its wide, disembodied smile as it disappears from view. You guys have been traveling for about 30 minutes at this point, you think. But again, the sky has not changed. You guys can make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna use that one advantage I have from like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I do have an advantage. I'm also gonna use it. Oh,
2020.
Oh, 18.
Very nice.
Wisdom save is 13.
Okay. And Alyssa.
I've got 10.
Oof. Okay. So, Aiden and Philly and Douglas just trying to feel that whatever weird effects the cookies had kind of fade away a little. Your mind's a little clearer. Feel a little less likely to kind of just keel over and just sleep.
I feel like myself again.
And but meanwhile, as you look at Alyssa and Rose, both their eyes are still fairly wide, and they still have that kind of glazed, dreamy look about them.
I think we may need to do something about them.
They're looking kind of...
Tea.
Oh, wait. Before we eat any of the food, we had those cookies. They made us kind of feel weird. Now we're feeling a bit better.
Nice. I want more cookies.
Yeah. But they also made us feel kind of not ourselves for a bit, right?
I feel perfectly fine.
I mean, to be quite honest here, Alyssa, you're not really that different than normal.
I don't. Well, exactly. I mean, I totally don't feel different. I just feel really like I could just maybe cuddle something. I want to cuddle the cat again.
You know, you should go. You should go cuddle Douglas over there.
Do it.
Okay. And she goes run up, and she's just gonna wrap her arms around Douglas and give him a hug.
Yeah, no need for this.
Oh, you're right. This feels so nice.
Right at a party.
There we go.
Alyssa definitely has to like bend over to hug Douglas.
Oh yeah, cuddles are nice.
Yes.
Hey, so hey, guys.
You are still tiny, by the way.
Why are we here?
Because we were going to get a party and food and
Food.
tea, and then go and see a queen.
I mean, who
Queen's either here or on her way.
who thought that going to another party was a good idea?
It sounded okay at the time.
I mean, I think it's still a really good idea.
Most things we do seem like a good idea at the time. So I stand by our decision.
I have to agree with him again.
Everyone's a glaze over. Does it look like there's a leader at the head of the table here?
Again, it's kind of hard to see from your perspective. You're kind of at the middle of this table, which again stretches out fairly long. So right in front of you, you can only really see, blades of grass, flowers, and in front of you, you see a couple of chairs, and the tables, which have some lace tablecloth on them. So you could either venture over to the head of the table, or you could try to climb onto the table.
Yeah, let's try and climb up. See if we can get talking to these guys. Excuse me.
Okay. So do you want to try to climb up the chair, climb up the tablecloth?
I'll do the tablecloth.
Yeah, probably me too.
Aiden will fly on his broom.
Yep, Aiden's fine. Aiden probably needs to take Rose with him, because Rose is...
Sounds good.
Out of it.
Aiden's like trying to like push Rose onto his broom. Like, Rose, can you help me out a little bit here?
she kind of like, yeah. So if you're going to climb, make me athletics checks.
I got a 9.
15.
18.
Wow. Urlissa, you have climbed more difficult things in your past of climbing trees and all sorts of strange things in the forest. Like, you're able to get a grip on this. Douglas, a little bit of a struggle, but you managed to kind of grab onto enough of the tablecloth to kind of get up. Surely you're struggling. There's no real way to have any, like, footholds into this thing, so you're kind of just, like, grabbing with two hands and holding yourself up and being like, wait, I don't know how to keep going from here.
You need a hand there, Furley.
No, I got this.
You gotta put your feet in and
Hey,
pull with your arms.
Furley, maybe your battle axe is weighing you down. I could carry it up for you.
No! Don't mention my...
Don't.
And I try to, like, climb harder. Do I have to roll
Are you trying to rage climb?
Yeah.
So angry at this tablecloth.
Should I do another athletics?
Sure, make me another one, just because that was funny.
Okay, 18. Yeah. So your motivation of you offering to help carry my axe just... I'm just in athleticism mode. Athletic?
That's me, Aiden Brightfoot, fire insurance salesman and motivational speaker. I'm here all week, fam.
Yeah, you really helped her out there, Aiden.
Don't ever mention my ex, please.
Okay.
Very sensitive about that.
Yeah,
Or her feet. Don't bring up her feet either. Jeez.
My feet are fine now.
Oh, okay.
It is really pretty though, Frilly. It's just like your eyes. It's like pretty like you.
You can see how Furley doesn't know how to take that.
Chris is so high.
It's I'll let it slide just this once. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, look, there's tea. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
as you climb up onto this table, now that you're on top of it, in front of you is this basically a landscape, at your size at least, of teapots and teacups and those kind of trays of, pastries and hand like sandwiches. It's high tea. You see a whole bunch of these teapots are kind of just giving off, like, at intervals, just like their own whistles of kettles and such, kind of in a song-like manner. It kind of seemed to be all over the place. Through all of this kind of craze of steam and sound, you can sort of see one end of the table. There seems to be a man, a halfling perhaps, with a very large hat on his head. His clothing is patchwork, and he has this bright shock of white hair. And on the other end, you see a rabbit person. Like, it's a rabbit, but if a rabbit was human-sized and wearing, huh? No, it's a different one.
Okay.
This one is definitely human-sized, brown, very kind of bristly looking, wearing kind of this green blazer on, I guess you could say, and also has a hat on him. And these two are just shouting at each other from across the table.
Is this different from the rabbit we saw earlier?
Yes, the rabbit you saw earlier was a rabbit-sized rabbit just on 2 feet. This is a human-sized brown rabbit.
I don't trust it. Excuse me, Mr. Rabbit Man person.
You see the rabbit man too?
Yep, pretty sure that's a rabbit man right there.
Okay.
That's...
And basically, you're just hearing them shout at each other, and one of them is like, "If you hadn't lost the pieces, then we could be playing again." And the other said, "And how am I? It was you the ones who lost it. I was the one who was preparing tea." And they're not really hearing you. Don't help that you're small.
Aiden is going to use minor illusion.
Okay.
To make a loud sound, like a miniature boom.
Okay. You watch as both of them kind of basically jump in their seats. Their hats kind of falling over their eyes. As they're kind of like, what the fuck just happened? And then one of them starts saying, then the halfling starts saying, "Now look, you've let the tea gone over, and now it just exploded."
Oi!
Hello.
Just tiny squeaky voices.
Hey! Hello!
Hi!
Hello. Hey, we're here.
Mr. Bunny Man!
You see kind of both of the people kind of like, what? And they, both of them, in some synchronized move, they both move towards the middle of the table where you guys are, just one on one side, one on the other. And they both kind of lean down this way, and one of them says, "Why, March, it seems like we have a few unexpected guests." And the rabbit says, "Well, we should have gotten an invitation. It's probably your fault for losing their invitations." And they start kind of squabbling again.
We didn't get invited. The cat.
What big eyes you have?
Oh God. The cat invited us. He just brought us here. We're looking for a queen. Could you guys help us out, maybe? And or give us some food.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of realizing that they're like, yes, of course. Welcome to our lovely, lovely tea party. How could says the halfling? Said you're looking for the queen. Well, how about we sit down and have some tea, and we can probably tell you some more.
All right, that sounds fair enough. Tea would be nice.
Yeah, and the rabbit says, I can't help but notice that you're quite small. That
I'm not.
wasn't a mess.
No, we are.
Don't mention his height to him. It's.
Yeah, I'm usually a lot bigger than this.
It's not really. He's not really that much
really
bigger.
tall, actually.
This isn't really that different. But it's a touchy subject.
He's like
for him.
that much taller, really.
Oh, you guys.
He's about as short as his temper is.
Oh God. We got shrunk by cookies.
Do we have any more of the cookies? I really could do with another cookie.
Oh. No more cookies.
Well, the halfling says, oh, well, we don't have any cookies, but we have many other pastries, and perhaps we could figure some things out that could help you out of your height predicament. And they both kind of... sorry, I just saw chat. So they both sit down, now across from each other, and both of them scream, "Dormouse!" And from one of the teapots next to you, you see the lid kind of pop open, and like a small mouse kind of flops over the side. Says, "What?"
He's so cute.
And the halfling says, "Get some pastries and some appropriately sized teacups for our guests." And I was like, "Why do I have to?" And basically just slides down the side of the teapot and just kind of wanders off for a bit.
So tell us about this queen. Where is she? What kind of queen is she? A nice kind of queen, or
Do you have cookies?
one of those crazy kinds of queens? You know, we met a few of those in our time in the Feywild.
The rabbit says, well, I suppose you could say nothing quite normal around here. And especially him, and points at the halfling, and the halfling says, "Excuse you." How dare you? I am the most sane out of all of us here.
All right, Mr. Sane, you tell me about the queen.
The dormouse comes back with some appropriately mouse-sized teacups, and like very carefully tilts the teapot enough to get enough tea out of it.
I think it might be magical here.
Gives all of you a teacup of tea.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
So cute.
Stop talking to them like that. That's creepy.
The dormouse kind of just like climbs back into the teapot.
Night night, Mr. Mousy Poos.
Sorry, this released the tea former. Anyways, they say, well, the queen is of many things, I suppose. It's and there are many queens out there. Which one are you talking of?
I don't know. I don't know. How many queens you got?
The one that will get us home.
Yeah, the queen is meant to get us home. There's meant to be one round here. We're meant to see. I'm starting to lose my patience here with your queens.
Oh.
Was it the red queen? The flower queen? Does that sound like anything?
The red queen, the flower queen.
A nice queen?
I mean, our friend Rose got this information off a caterpillar who she got, she may have smoked with. And then she told us to find a cat. I'm not really sure because Rose is kind of, and I just point to the passed out Rose.
Says, I say, indeed. Now, I suppose you could be talking about the Queen of Avangard, or you could be talking about perhaps the Queen of this land.
Yeah,
Queen
this
of
one.
Red, Queen of Hearts.
Probably the one around here, not the queen from fucking miles away up the giant hole of doom. Yeah, probably this one.
I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna take a wild fucking stab in the dark.
I'm gonna agree with Douglas on this one. I mean, generally, if people are asking for the queen, they usually mean the closest one.
Yeah, when I ask for the tea, I don't mean the tea over in the land 500 miles away, do I? No, I mean the tea that's right next here. So let's be.
What is tea?
I don't actually want it. That was just thanks.
Oh, okay, good, because I want my tea.
Yeah.
I can't have it.
And I want to hear about the queen.
The Hatters again said, there are many by the name of the Queen, but I suppose if you were to find which one, you would head towards the Red Palace.
Red Palace, yeah. Where's this Red Palace?
It says, through the dreaded forest of the Jabberwocky.
Great. Fucking great.
What's a Jabberwocky?
Yeah. And why do we care?
They both go, you've never heard of the Jabberwocky?
Here we go. No, I suspect you're about to tell me in a very roundabout fucking way, though.
Nope. Never heard of him. Or her.
I'm sure he's a really nice fellow.
Well, really, if you're to go into that forest, you must beware the Jabberwock, my friend. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. You also should be beware the Jub bird and shun the Frumious Bandersnatch. But really, if you hear any Brillig and the Slithy Toes and the Gyre and Gimble and the Wabe, all the Mimsies and it's kind of...
I have no idea what you just said.
I don't know any of those words, but they sounded really amazing.
That Elven? It sounded like Elven.
Yeah.
Great. Well, we'll be careful of the flimsy mimsy in the forest. Can you point us in the right direction, please?
They kind of both point in a direction back into the forest. Like, pretty much you have to cross their glade. I'm not speaking gibberish, I'm actually reading the Jabberwocky poem. You're welcome. But they say, that way, but perhaps you would want to be not so small and easy to trample, my friends.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to be my full size again.
Which is still small, but
All 5 inches,
less.
10 of me. I mean 5-10 inches. You know what I meant.
Mm-hmm. And they both say, well, things like that we can't do for free. It does take up our energy, you see.
Of course not. No.
Do you want
Muffins for free.
a slice of pie? Or I have a gold piece.
Don't need that pie, it's evil.
It's pretty good pie.
I don't know how you're still alive.
I also have something from this bag. And I pull out my gray bag.
Okay.
Be careful with that one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You nearly squashed me with a moose.
Well, it's not my fault you were in the moose's way. Just saying.
Okay, sure.
I wonder what he's doing.
Both of the man and the rabbit kind of say, well, we were having a little bit of a disagreement before you arrived. We were planning to play a game of chess, however, we are missing our pieces. At least the pieces for the white side. Now,
this is gonna be like fucking Harry Potter. Is he not gonna make us try and kill each other?
They kind of pull a chessboard out and place it down with the black pieces already set up. There are a few of the white pieces, but you'll notice it is missing a queen, a knight, a bishop, and a rook.
Oh, there are. That looks like 4 pieces missing. I see.
Says if
Well, I think I'm gonna set this one out. You guys can have Rose.
Oh yeah, yeah. We could also give you Rose. We'll just leave her with a note, and she'll know how to find us.
Yeah, because I mean, she found us last time really easily. Even though she said she didn't know what the note meant, she still found us, so it worked.
Rue, what do you guys think?
They
Rose?
look at Rose and they're like, well, I don't suppose she can play if she is not conscious.
That's quite judgmental, really.
I mean,
I'm sure she's very good.
I mean, don't you guys just move the chess pieces on your own?
Yeah, don't judge an unconscious person by their lack of.
I mean, it's not like
Their unconsciousness.
it's not like your other pieces are conscious.
I don't judge you when you're sleeping.
Famous last words.
Famous last words. You guys can all make me perception checks.
Okay.
13.
15.
Okay.
8.
There it is. 6.
And there it is. Just give me a second. Okay, so what you guys do notice, even with your, or rather what Shirley and Douglas notice, and Alyssa too, is that these pieces kind of are carved to be very lifelike, for sure. And Shirley and Douglas, you swear you saw the queen piece move.
What kind of movement?
Me.
Like a
Just
quick,
like
a quick little, or a little.
Kind of just like a slow, kind of like seems to be settling in
Okay.
kind of movement.
All right. Do you know where we can find these pieces for you? Do you know you know where you might have dropped them or something?
They both kind of glare at each other, and I said, "Well," and they at the same time they point at each other and say, "Well, he says he didn't lose them, so we can't say."
Right. Okay.
Well, I mean, if he didn't lose them, then they're probably where he left them.
If you just need them for one game, right? Is it one game you need them for?
They said, "Indeed, we've had a scheduled game." And
They're about the same size as us. These pieces, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, why not just use us?
That's a splendid idea. And they said, "Well, it's up to you. You get to choose what pieces you'd like to be."
I pick a random spot because Shirley doesn't know chess.
Real quick, before we play this game, it's a really nice chess set that you guys have here.
Yeah, but
have you taken out any fire insurance on your chess set?
I mean, because you've already lost 4 pieces, probably the fire.
Because I can
smell it.
I can sell you guys some right now beforehand.
Yeah.
Make me a persuasion check.
Also, what's with everyone here looking so blown out and glazy-eyed and stuff?
That's just the way of the land.
Do I believe him?
I know, you can make me a
20% persuasion.
16 on instinct.
Okay, so the Mad Hatter's I guess I had never imagined that. Why did you never bring this up, March? And just
don't worry, it's real simple. I got this contract. Oh, it's
It's a tiny contract.
Don't worry.
Just read the small print.
All the fine print's not worried. Yeah, fine print's not. Don't worry about it. Just sign your name here, and should anything happen to your chest set related to fire, you will receive the. And what would you say the estimated value of your chest set is?
Couple thousand.
You continue having this conversation with the Hatter. As they say, just the way it's land. Douglas, they seem to be telling the truth.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna stay here too long then.
Yeah. I want Urlissa and Frilly to make me intelligence checks. No, don't worry about it.
What check?
Intelligence.
Oh.
I got an 8.
11.
Okay. There's something sort of familiar to the way the March Hare is talking. You don't know how. It's just kind of like that kind of deja vu.
You feel like a friend that I know, but I don't know, or something I know.
Yep.
I also just want to have a sleep, so it could be that. I don't know. I ate some cookies earlier, and they were really yummy.
They were good.
They were. I feel really nice inside still.
All right, we got that contract all wrapped up. Your first
You made the right decision.
payment, your first payment is due at the end of the match, though.
All right, and so basically, the Hatter takes up your piece, your side, and the March Hare's on the other. So, where are people going?
So you said there was a queen.
Queen,
Mm-hmm.
the Rook,
The Rook.
Bishop, Knight.
I'll be the knight.
Okay.
You know, I think I'm kind of a
Sorry.
bishop.
I'll be a knight. As for me, I'll be a knight.
I think I like the bishop spot. Yep.
Okay.
You're a very holy man in many ways.
Incredibly so.
I think Frilly should be the queen because she's like really quite special.
Sure. Yeah.
Historically, I don't get along well with queens, so that works well.
Perfect.
And I always look up to queens as quite special beings, and I think Frilly is a special being.
I like
Okay.
to look at Douglas and stick my tongue out.
I give it 2 fingers. You get like a really playful, like little tongue out. He's like, "Fuck you."
He's like, but we're on the same team, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are on the same team.
Okay.
In a way, a matter of speaking.
It would be real funny if we were on opposite sides.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the opposite side from me when we're playing Wizard's Chess.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So they sit down and they start playing. You'll notice as now that you're standing on the board, chess pieces across from you, if not alive, are definitely moving. As the Hatter and the Hare don't even really have to move anything. They kind of just state what it's like night 2, whatever. I don't know chess terminology that well. And you'll watch as the pieces just kind of swap,
E5.
basically, into the places of their own accord. Walking there, rather, not even sliding across. And sometimes you guys are kind of like, wait, where am I supposed to go? So
I think Douglas probably has a basic understanding of what chess is. He was a
yeah,
soldier,
basic
so
understanding, but just like it's harder when you're on there to be like, wait, what part of the grid?
Larissa has probably never seen chess in her life.
Yep. This is just a fun game.
It's so much fun and all the pieces move, but I mean, it's a bit complicated because apparently you have to move in a particular way, and I mean, I can't remember, and I might want to lay down.
Well, as a book, it always says it has to go up and down and left, right.
Easy ones.
So I believe there's a VD.
I was just about to mention it, yeah.
Cool. So something's going to complicate the game, obviously. What is it, chat?
Something that's not us.
What makes chess more
It's not
complex?
complicate everything anyway.
What complicates the chess game? As if it wasn't complex enough. More rules.
More K-pop.
So now I am
Whoa.
going to get you guys to roll me initiative.
Alrighty, initiative time.
22 for Aiden.
Nice.
18.
Jeez, you guys. I'm actually fairly impressed. Okay, so Aiden. 22. Really. Let me roll for the red pieces. Okay. Okay. So, Aiden, you watch as one of the pieces slides in front of you, and you realize you're going to have to fight it.
Oh yeah, nope. It's getting fire straight to the face. What do these chess pieces appear to be made out of?
You can make me an Arcana check.
All is up, guys, and extensions are working now on mobile as well. So you've got a choice between gonorrhea, cheating, acid. It should be super gonorrhea, but I didn't have enough characters. Acid pits and wasps! Exclamation point.
Really? Gonorrhea? Really?
I mean, that's what I said.
That's an 8 for my Arcana check, by the way. No. Okay. So it doesn't matter. Fire generally takes care of everything. If I were to say, ooh, we haven't had a long rest yet, have we?
No, I'm still actually a little wounded.
Oh. If I were to say release a gout of a cone of flame in front of me, is it possible for me to get more than one of the enemy pieces in it?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
like literally think of it as a D&D grid.
Uh-huh.
Like that's how we're visualizing
Yeah, okay.
it essentially.
Yep. Cool. I am going to use Burning Hands. I'm going to blow a sorcery point to double the range of it, so it's a 30-foot cone.
Jesus Christ.
How many of the enemy chess pieces can I get?
So it's a 30-foot wide cone?
Yeah, so it's a 30-foot cone, like, so at the...
Okay, so that's like 1, 2... Fuck, you get a... Math! You would get 6 of them.
Okay,
at
that's
least.
what I'm doing.
Jeez.
Yep. And so that's 1 sorcery point down. And that's a Dex 15 save.
Ooh, all right. They passed.
Then they take half damage.
Okay.
So 5 fire damage total then.
Oof. Okay, you just watch as 6 pieces just all go up in flames, essentially. They're still standing,
Yeah.
but they're very much on fire, as they seem to be made out of ebony. So yes, the pawn, like there's 3 pawns, and then one was a knight, one was a rook, and 2 of them were rooks, and they were just. Yep. All right. Jeez.
It's a real good thing you guys signed some fire insurance.
I mean, who'd have thought there'd have been a fire right now?
To you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my great axe. Ooh. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit the knight,
GG.
unfortunately. As you kind of go against it, it parries off your blow. So this is kind of a bastardized initiative system just because it's chests
Yeah, that's
in
fine.
D&D. So this knight's gonna have a chance to attack you.
Oh wait, I still have an extra attack.
You have to have an extra
Can
attack.
I do
Yes.
that?
Yes, you can. So essentially, it's going to be whoever you go against, unless you're setting them on fire and it's a pawn. Like,
Okay.
pawn's not going to be able to fight back, really.
So does a 20 hit?
Yeah, 20 does hit. 12 points of
So that's
damage.
14 points of damage.
Yeah, okay. And this guy's going to try to attack you
Cool.
nope, that's a 6.
Nope.
So you, like, hack into the sentient wood arm and it just goes... and causing it to miss its attack on you with its seemingly real sword. all right.
God, this is great.
Alyssa. You have a pawn kind of in your...
Near me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it up close to me? So it's in melee range.
Yes.
Okay, well then I'm gonna pull out my dagger.
Okay.
A resplendent offering.
And
So yeah,
jeez, Isriva, 20 pound donation, 4 wild magic surge, still trying to kill Aiden.
wait, just to Aiden or to everybody?
Just Aiden.
Oh my god.
Just Aiden.
Okay, no.
Wait, what was that?
4 wild magic surges from Isriva.
Gee, God. Okay, just
Roll that for me, please, as we figure this out.
I missed the first one because I got a 9, I think.
Yeah, you... the pawn, despite having no defense and no way to attack, is still able to kind of get out of the way.
Okay.
It's a little strange, because this seems to be like just a very nondescript, like, young man. Like, you're not... As you're getting close up, you can kind of see this. Oh my god, there's so many wild messages.
Hello, nondescript young man. Okay, 668 free from Tommy. Target sprouts an additional limb. Yes. I want to know what kind of limb and where, but exciting. Target's weapon, or it could be his broom, attracts the attention of the authorities, maybe because of his fire insurance shenanigans.
or the fact that I'm suspected of
of genocide of your race.
genocide on that.
Oh my god, this one's amazing. If Aiden is cut open, he is found to be made of soap.
I'm sorry, what?
Wait, sorry.
If you cut open Aiden, you find out that he's actually made of soap. He's like one of those hard chiseled soaps. His blood is actually just like fucking
No wonder he
fairy
doesn't
liquid.
like water.
Oh boy, water's gonna get real weird for me. And 5, 8, 8.
Ooh, 888. Let's see. Target only has 1 hit point per point of wisdom for the next 2d8 days.
Wait,
how
what?
How much wisdom do you have? Because your max HP might actually be.
Wait.
What's your wisdom
Is
score?
it for a modifier or
No, per point of wisdom.
That's less than what I have now? I have 9. I have 9
He's
wisdom.
9 in wisdom. He had 11 max HP. Now for the next, let's see, for the next 6 days, you have 9 max HP rather than 11, all the way down from 38. You fucking hell is Reaver. Oh, and Ken gives five healing dice from Ken to Aiden, so Ken's helping you out. That's like a full heal for you.
A resplendent
That is a
offering.
full heal.
Oh my god, the 20 pounds, I'm helping to counter the attempts to kill Aiden with this donation. 4 wild magic surges for Aiden.
Okay, guys.
Latu's
I am
trying to
running
help.
out of room on my page. Like, this section is just Aiden.
Just trying
I'm
to help
already
you out,
near
man.
the bottom.
I've got like 20 wild magic surges, guys.
Like, I literally don't know how I'm gonna fit it onto here. Guys.
guys, please. Guys.
Give it to me. This is a helping set of wild magic, though, you see. The 2 always comes trying to help. That's the difference.
Okay,
So,
3169.
I'm like, the 2's trying to help. 3169. Next meal prepared by Aiden is lethally toxic to him. The next meal you prepare will literally kill you.
Well, maybe that's what I need to do at this point.
Yeah. The honorable way out. Wow, Aiden finds the sight of male magic users to be enormously funny.
Wait, do I find myself funny? Like,
I guess. When you watch yourself, you're like, fucking hilarious. Love it. 2, 4, 6, 3.
yeah,
Crawling
2, 4, 6, 3.
insects pour from your nostrils for 1d4 rounds.
Hello?
Oh, sorry, I cut out there.
You cut down a little bit.
Crawling insects pour from your nostrils for 1d4 rounds. For the next 3
well,
rounds, insects
three
are
rounds, okay.
pouring out of Aiden's mouth. And last,
And 5130.
you assert that a god owes you a big favor.
I mean, I would hope so. I need a god to fix me.
After all of this, you're gonna need it.
Hey guys, you know there are other characters in this campaign, right? Who want magic surges, right?
We don't want him. We want him all for Aiden. We want to help him out. We're trying to fix him.
Yeah, we're trying to
just
fix
trying to
you,
make it
Aiden.
better for you.
This is helping. This is what helping feels like.
On that note, I'm gonna take my next attack and see if I can help anything.
Oh.
Aiden's just like this horrific. Like,
I mean, that definitely hits. Alyssa.
I'm not sure if it's gonna do anything. It does that much damage.
Yeah, that's enough to take out this pawn.
Yeah.
Pawn can't really fight back. Also, yeah, guys, I think we all need to invest. We all need me to invest in like a scroll now. Cause
Yeah, that you can like unwind and be like the scroll of wild magic.
Aiden's basically just a Cronenberg monster at this point.
He is. He's in Cronenberg. Go live in Cronenberg world.
redundant. I see you. Anyways, yeah. So that pawn is out of the game and taken off the board. Okay.
I mean, that's how Larissa's playing chess, smashing the pieces.
Yep. All right, Douglas. You see a bishop, which does look like a carved out, like holy man of some form.
Okay. If I
And see,
if I see a holy
Wins.
man, I'm gonna murder a holy man.
you're gonna murder the
That is-
bishop.
that is a rule I will live and die by. 23 for 15.
Yeah, Jesus, you just murdered this bishop.
Good.
Rather, the bishop is taken off the table, and that's gone.
I will move next to whoever is next for me to kill.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can either sidle up closer to the queen piece, or closer to the rook piece.
Let's go next to the rook.
Okay. We'll remember that. Okay. Back to the top. Aiden, you just have a whole bunch of things on fire in front of you.
Yeah, I also have bugs pouring out of my nose, nostrils, and mouth, right? Like,
Yeah. So as as you're doing that, something in the chessboard does not like you setting its pieces on fire.
Oh no.
And you start feeling kind of like, ugh, there's something weird, as now there are suddenly wasps.
Oh, you incorporated them.
Of course I did. Are now swarming the board.
Anna has a wild magic surge, by the way. Let her look up here from.
Okay, yeah, roll that, please.
Okay, 5172. 5127 rather. Target asserts that your current form isn't your true form. This isn't your final form. This is only the beginning.
Only the beginning. So only my enemy, you said?
No, this is you. You assert that your current form.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
Yep, so now. So basically, it's you have wasps coming out of you. And
I mean, I don't think Aiden can do anything. He's got wasps coming out of him. I think Aiden's just gonna start like dancing around, like trying to whack the wasp, and I'm gonna take that as the dodge action.
Okay.
He's gonna take the dodge action.
that is wise.
As he's trying to like swat.
Yep, that is a smart move on your.
Yep.
Okay. Furley. you get there?
I'm good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep raging. But as I guess as the rage kind of fuels my body, I suddenly think like I have all this power. I am a god. I'm gonna transform into a god. And I'm gonna use a second rage. I don't think that's a thing at all. But it's gonna do absolutely nothing.
But I will say that you do use up another rage. Just
like
because I find
it's
it funny.
pointless to do.
If you turn into a god, I'm gonna assert that you owe me a favor.
Oh my god!
Do as I say,
Your power level is over 9,000 at this, or at least it feels like it.
Yeah. Also, don't try this at home, kids. If you're playing D&D, it's not a thing. Don't double rage. It's useless. So.
Okay, so basically, you can move towards the queen and king pieces.
Okay.
Or you can move to the remaining bishop.
Can I move and attack still though?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
That's essentially what it is to move, attack, they can attack you back if they haven't been taken off the board by you.
Okay, cool. So I'm
Bastardized initiative.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna go into a frenzy and attack the bishop, right?
Yeah, it's whichever one you want to, whichever direction you want to go. So yeah, bishop or the king and queen pieces.
No, I'll go for the king and queen pieces.
Okay, so you're gonna butt up against the queen piece first.
Oh, we will butt up, all right. And then I'm going to. Okay, that's a 25.
Yes.
8, 9, 10 damage towards let's say the king. And then and then I have an extra attack. It's 25, 8, another 10 points of damage.
Whew, the king is not looking good.
Oh, hell yeah. And then Furley's just like, I am a god, I have so much power!
The king is gonna try to fight back.
Cool.
With an 18?
Yeah, that hits.
Let's see. 4 points of damage.
Okay.
As it just takes out. And again, you weren't expecting it to be a real blade, but it's a real blade.
Ow. But still rage.
Yeah, you still rage. Alright. It's Alyssa.
There's nothing near me right now, is there?
Nothing near you right now.
Cool. Then I can actually kind of just drop my dagger to the ground and pull my bow out, and I'm going to make my 2 attacks with my bow. Don't want to move. Don't want to get too close. What's in range? I take it they're all in range. So I'm gonna go for the king.
Okay, yeah, the king would be in range.
Oops. Yeah, plus 9 to that because I pressed it too soon. So that should hit.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Jesus.
Rock and roll.
I know. Oh, fuck. D8, isn't it? I'm rolling. Okay, 9 points of damage.
The king has 1 hit point left.
Okay, I'm going to take out another arrow and I'm going to fire it at the king again.
Yep, okay. I mean, how do you want to do this?
I just want to kind of focus, and I want it so that the arrow, it just goes straight past the queen's face and straight into her king's eye.
Ooh. Oh, brutal.
And then he's done. And then that's the end of my go. I'm going to stay where I am.
Yeah, so you watch as you do that, and as the arrow pierces into the eye of the king, you watch as all the pieces go still.
Yeah, I play chess well.
Hey, we did it. Killed him.
Yeah.
Just killed a priest. Feel pretty good about it.
I mean, I just shot a king person in the eye.
Yeah.
I've never met a king, so I don't know how I feel about them.
Fuck
I
the
didn't wanna
royalty.
Yeah, well, I quite like queens, so I thought I'd be nice to the queen, but I've never met a king.
Yeah, you see that the Hatter is extremely pleased with himself, and the Hatter's just like, you cheated. You shouldn't be able to do like you shouldn't be able to do that. And
you never said that. So
I mean, and we did it. So, like, I mean, when you say we're not allowed to, or we can't do that, I mean, we clearly could do it because we've done it.
Where's the rulebook? You lose that too?
But we win, right?
And the Hatter says, indeed you do. Congratulations, my friends. I suppose I should. And you're noticing there's a swarm of wasps
coming out of Aiden.
What is?
I don't think that's normal, Aiden.
Aiden's rolling around on the ground.
Maybe shut your mouth and they'll stop coming out. No?
You should, and like they're starting to come out of his nostrils too. It's not a pleasant.
That's pretty gross.
That's very gross.
We should leave him to
I
it.
mean,
It's kind of hard to breathe, Aiden.
I've seen all sorts of things come out of mouths now that shouldn't ever belong in mouths,
Well,
and it's
really hope he's not allergic.
that's a really good point.
Roll for allergy.
Going into anaphylactic shock. It'll be fine.
Oh, super allergic.
Shit. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Wasp. Swarm of wasps. Thank you, Roll 20.
Now I think it's time for you to tell me where all of the queen is, how to get to the queen, where the forest is, right?
Just give me one hot second.
Wasps
Okay,
do.
well, I'm sure they bite you, Aiden.
I'm sure
Or
they do.
pierce you.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Totally.
Ouch.
What's damage?
Aiden's out. Aiden's out.
Knock down.
Aiden's out.
That's like his max HP and more.
That's more than my max HP by 2.
Oh god,
Getting
he's
real
dead.
worried here because the
way
threat
things are
of
going.
instant death is possible because my max HP is 9.
Yeah.
I would like to burn one of my heals to have one of the Mad Hatter or the March heal me, please.
Yeah, basically you guys watch as like Aiden has been rolling around and then he's suddenly very still as this swarm of wasps kind of cover him for a bit and then they all take off with a very stung up Aiden.
Why do all the bad things happen to Aiden?
I don't know.
All the bad things.
He's such a good person at heart, and I don't understand it. I mean, he sells people fire insurance to protect them. I mean, that's an honourable thing, and I don't understand why bad things happen to him.
He just really cares
Aiden's
about
casually dying over here.
Yeah, maybe we should.
I'd heal him, but I used my last heal earlier, and we haven't rested.
I'll take a look at him. You can use your.
So if you want to
yeah,
use a
yeah.
heal,
as well.
Yeah, can I use one of my heals to have like
Yeah.
the March or the Mad Hatter heal me or something?
yeah. So like the Hatter just like, oh, give me a moment, and like kind of grabs one of the teapots, pours a little bit of tea, and kind of just very delicately puts it down Aiden's throat.
Hey, back up the fall.
It's so
Right,
depressing.
It's 1d10, right?
Yeah, it's so depressing.
There he is. He's fine.
It's Aiden a voodoo doll.
guys.
You're definitely a bad luck charm, Aiden.
mean,
Everything,
right now.
everything feels like it's on fire, but not like the good kind of fire. Like
You
We'll
should
see
have
your
another
insights.
cookie. You'd feel great if you had another cookie.
I mean, yeah, I think I probably need another cookie. Yeah.
And you actually see the Hatter kind of grabs a pastry off of one of the tea trays. And he kind of places it down and said, "Oh, if you eat some of this, you should be able to get back to whatever your normal size is."
I have. Will it also make me feel good? I feel like shit right now.
Well, I think that could definitely happen. And the Hatter gives you a little wink.
You really look like.
It's like this kind of like
really
little
look
short
like-
cake.
Aiden will grab one of them.
You're looking bad. I mean, you usually look pretty bad, but right now, you look like you had a swarm of wasps come out of your nose. You know, that's something you can't hide.
Thanks, Douglas.
And you still hadn't quite recovered from your kiss earlier.
No, just shooting straight, Aiden. You know me.
Guys, I had managed to forget about that and block it out, but you
Hey,
brought it
Aiden, we
back
were-
up and impressed.
We were thinking when you were down there. You know, do you think there might be something just like wrong with you? You know, because all these bad things just keep happening to you. You're like a
I feel like it's like someone doesn't like Aiden. And I don't understand.
yeah, like all
why.
of the gods.
Did you anger them sometimes?
What
no,
did you do?
one of them does owe me a favor, and I think that their way of trying to get rid of me before I call
Oh, gotcha. He
he
sold you
did
some
sell us-
insurance, did he?
it in. Yeah,
Gotcha.
owes me a favor.
So yeah, so there's like it's a normal size shortcake, which is large to you guys, but you could definitely get a piece of it.
Yeah, I just go to town on that dessert, on that cake.
Okay.
That boy.
Yeah, drains 31 HP from Adam.
I had 42 max HP. before.
And the funny thing is if you hadn't gotten that wild magic surge, if you had taken a long rest at some point, you would have been back to fine.
So yeah, so if you like if you take what 27 HP in damage, you just fucking die.
No, if I take 18.
18,
right now.
right?
If I take
Yeah,
18,
yeah,
I
W.
die instantly.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, maybe a long rest is coming up, and then this happened. Like, well, okay, it doesn't really matter
So
anymore.
I do 18 damage with a swing of my
hey.
sword. You're gonna die.
hey, chat. There's these books out there that characters can read that increase their stats. If I could get one of those for wisdom, I'd be really appreciative.
Yeah, I feel like the god that owes Aiden a favor is the trickster gods of chat at this point.
Chat, you
Well,
guys,
the two helped him.
Chat, you owe me a favor.
Don't ask for
Hey,
help. You'll get more
you
wild
just-
magic
You
surge.
Yeah.
owe me a favor. Yeah, that's gonna
You
work
guys
well
owe
for
me a
you,
favor.
buddy.
Pay up.
Let's just flash cut to 20 minutes later and 10 wild magic surges later when Aiden is a mouse 2 feet tall with 2 HP. I mean, like.
And Kiana has lost her mind because she's got lists this long.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So I turn to the Hatter and
He
the
tricks
Hare.
the gods.
I turn to them and I'm like, yo, so we played your chess game, we won. Show us how to get through the forest to get to the. Yo, what's up? It's your boy. How do we get? I'm feeling very relaxed. How do we get to this Jabber Forest, Milwaukee place? Is it Milwaukee?
The Hatter says, well, just follow the pathway and you'll see some signs. Make sure that you keep an eye on the blue signs. They should lead you the right way.
Blue signs. All right. Thank you. Could you turn us back to normal size now?
So you need to eat.
Aiden eats a cookie.
The shortcake.
Yeah.
So you guys each take like a bite of the shortcake, and immediately you feel that kind of opposite, like, feeling of shrink. Like when you're shrinking, like everything was slowly seem like you're getting far away. With this, everything seems like it's getting closer as you feel kind of your joints kind of getting used to the fact that it's now normal sized, as you kind of are now on the table, standing on the chessboard.
Oh,
and you're kind of all in each other's spaces too. So like,
Sorry.
I'm really
Whoa,
sorry,
no,
and I
no,
might
be
have
really
broken
close.
something. Ow! Can you not tread on me? And that
Hey, don't
hurt.
step on the cake. Save that pie. No.
Hey,
Destroy that
Douglas,
pie.
can you get off of me?
Oh, that's you down there? I thought I was just this tall.
You're all a little bit taller now. How nice.
Except for.
Well, I mean, I know,
Oh,
but anyway,
don't you dare.
I'm like, hi guys down there.
I was talking about Frilly, but okay, Douglas.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Wait,
And
what
he
about
always
me?
thinks about him, doesn't he?
You better
It's
hope
like
you better
fine.
hope you were, because this sword has got 2d6 plus 5, buddy.
Aiden's something like really nice to everybody, just in case.
Alrighty,
God.
let's get on our way. Follow the blue
Is
signs.
Douglas back? Like to his regular size?
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
I did eat the bread, so presumably.
Yeah,
I am.
But
all
like,
of you-
but not how he was short, right? It was like when he's tall.
Oh yeah, am I like back to 4'9" or am I 5'1"?
roll me a d20.
Oh man, I gotta spend a nat 20 on that. Fuck.
A resplendent
But
offering.
low was what you wanted, so you still try.
You
Oh my
know
God,
what?
me too.
You know what? You're like, what was your original height for a 5'1"?
5'1", yeah.
You were 5'2".
Oh, girl. Oh, girl.
Like, I can nearly look you in the eyes
I
now.
like-
Finally,
I
that
mean,
growth spurt
really.
Ma told me about. Ma told me I'd grow one day.
Yes! This is the best day of my life.
I mean,
So
I just
tall.
need to bend
Thank
a
you.
little bit. You're
I'm-
only a few inches shorter than
I'm
me.
very tall, very attractive, very powerful man.
Well, I mean, you're tall, yes.
I feel strong. This is back to nearly as tall as I should be. This is better. Give me more of that bread. So yeah, and thank you to the two with the £25 donation. Let me see. There's a tentacle. There is a D10 of healing, an advantage, a nat 20, and a potion for Aiden.
Oh.
Yeah, the trickster
Okay.
gods pay their debts, says Latu. So a tentacle is a D25.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Check
you
it
gotta roll
out.
that for me.
Roll it out.
And this is a perfect place for a potion too.
Sure is.
And this is a start, chat. This is a start. I have 19 wild magic surges.
This is a
back
start.
right
Alright, you get the Tentacle of Listening. The suction cups on its tentacles serve to collect and amplify sounds. Place one suction cup to your ear to use while the other cup collects sounds. Distant sounds not normally audible to the ear can be heard, and it will amplify sound when the cups are placed against objects such as conversations through doors or walls, footsteps on the ground, etc. It will dry out and be useless in 5 days unless you keep it moist, and this one has been submitted by OEarth. Thank you, my friend. Pretty useful.
Can this be my extra appendage or limb?
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Just because I was like, what fucking limb am I gonna give you? Yeah. So.
Aiden, as he grows up, has an extra tentacle. Like as Aiden grows, like, guys, I don't think I had this before. What was in that short
Is that
thread?
your new? Wow, that thing is moist.
It's like it kind of comes out like, like where the shoulder would be too. It's not a.
That thing's more moist than that cake. Jeez,
guys, it's slimy and
oh, where's it coming out of? Like his torso?
Is it made out of soap too?
It would be, but you don't know that. Yeah, it's kind of coming out of his, like a third arm off of one of his shoulders, essentially. This is great. I love this. Okay. Oh, you guys can head into the forest once more. So, it's a good question. So first, everyone can make me perception checks. And excuse me if my stomach grumbles at me.
Well, I get to re-roll that. Taking a halfling was the best thing I ever did.
Yeah, because, you know...
That's a nat 20!
Whoa!
What?
From a nat 1 to a nat 20.
Nani? I don't think that's ever
It's that
happened.
tentacle of hearing, yo.
Yeah, okay, so... Douglas, you're kind of just too overwhelmed by the fact that, like... Oh my god. I'm taller!
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Okay, are you guys feeding Rose any of the cake right now? Or are you gonna carry her around while she's tiny?
I think we'll carry her and
Carry her,
bring
but bring some bread.
bring an extra
Yeah.
shortbread.
Okay. You can do that. Meanwhile, alright, so Frilly... yeah, so the Douglas is just like, oh my god!
I'm so tall. Look at my legs.
So who's holding on to Rose, just for my own sake?
I'm gonna put her like in like a little bag or something, a little pouch. Keep my Rose safe.
Yeah, keep your Rose safe. Okay, so Frilly and Aiden and Alyssa, as you go in, you easily pick out the blue arrows, but you're noticing that it was difficult at first because as you enter into the forest, there are arrows everywhere, pointing all different directions, all different colors. But you kind of managed to pick out a blue arrow that seemed to be leading you in a direction, and you guys managed to keep track of it as you go deeper into the forest. Aiden, perhaps it is your tentacles. You're not sure, but as you guys are kind of, or you're on your broom, I'm assuming, sort of hear the sound air being displaced from above the trees.
Hey, guys. Eyes on the skies. There's a weird sound coming from up there. Something like air moving up there.
Oh, I don't like the sound of air moving. That's weird.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird sound.
Also, what's on your ear?
Yeah, you'll notice that like the tentacle has kind of decided to wrap itself kind of close to his ear.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's kind
We're
of
not talking
weird.
about it. Nope.
You know, a lot of weird things have happened
Yep.
lately, so I'm just not.
You know. I'm gonna guess we are back in the Feywilds because weird shit's happening to me again, and a lot of weird shit happened there.
I'm gonna try my best not to cry.
I mean, it weird stuff was kind of happening though when we weren't in the Feywilds. Because don't forget, Freddy had the baby thing come out of her shoulder, and that was pretty weird. And that was not in
True.
the Feywild.
Very true. We have had weird appendages in the past. I wouldn't worry about it just yet. Let's worry more about the strange displacement of air above us. Did it sound like a dragon or a big bird or?
It sounds like you would guess a creature. You don't know what kind of creature.
It sounded like a really big creature.
Could be that Jabberwocky thing they were talking about.
Probably. Did it sound like it was coming towards us, or?
It's with your nat 20, I'll let you know that it doesn't seem to be coming towards you, but it's definitely not moving away. It's kind of just in your area.
All right. Well, we should probably keep our eyes up.
And would you like to go quietly?
I'd say so. Let's try.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm quiet anyway with my new fancy boots.
Yes. So, you guys can make me some stealth checks.
Does this stealth check rely on not making any sound?
Sorry.
Will my advantage apply?
Your advantage would apply.
Yes.
Sneaky sneak. You don't have your rogue.
Let's try
Sneaky
it.
sneak.
Well, we don't need her.
Yeah.
Oh, boom! Look at those
I'm going
rolls.
to burn one of my nat 20s.
Good man.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, that advantage.
Oh.
Thankfully, this is a group stealth. So,
That's so bad, even with advantage.
Again, Alyssa, you're not quite on your A game today.
I mean, I'm still high, so
You're still high. So, you guys managed to kind of stick closer to the trees, making sure to keep track of where the arrow takes you. As kind of you stick to the shadows. And eventually you hear the wing movements move away from you guys.
I think we're safe. It might have gone.
Yeah, guys, it's gone. It's gone.
Okay.
You can stop
The one with the tentacle ear obviously knows these things.
Can we not mention it? I'm having a real bad day, guys. Like,
Okay. Don't mention the tentacle ear, guys.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, you have the same talent as Douglas.
We're just surrounded by talented people.
I know. God,
Yeah,
I wish
we're-
I was as talented
we're
as
just-
you.
I like to think the
Very keen
tentacle like hisses at like makes hissing motions at them because it's the thing that can hear it.
You keep saying
Yeah,
that animals are good listeners, Ulysses, but
I kind of just
You guys are even better.
something like that.
oh god. So okay, guys continue down the forest, and you definitely Shirley and Urlissa, you would know this pathway that you're going down. You're going down towards what is known as the Shine Glade. It is essentially the center of this forest. It's known to be, it's where a lot of the communities tend to center around. Known as the Shine Glade for its particular fountain there that has water that seems to gleam of its own illumination.
How far away from the fountain are we right now?
You would, well, for Alyssa and Philly, who know the forest fairly well, they would say for you guys are about half an hour away, you think?
Oh, okay. Do I head towards that kind of landmark?
It seems to be where the arrows are pointing you.
Yeah, boot sign's going there. Figure the queen's probably at this fountain as well, right? Queen's like water. Right?
I mean, I guess so. I've met one queen, so I don't really know. let's go.
Yeah, it probably seems like the right way to go.
It is. Yep.
I mean,
feel
you
it.
guys are just so
Unfortunately.
masterfully right all the time, so I'm happy to follow you.
Yeah, my
Yep.
god bones tell me that it is that way.
Yeah.
Let's go. You guys know this forest well. You can lead the way.
Yeah,
I
I lead the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna lead the way, but slightly behind Frilly because she's probably better at leading the way.
Or you could stand next to me. That's fine. We could both lead the way.
Is that okay? Am I allowed?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Anything
Yeah.
well, with consent.
But the question is, do you know the way?
Oh, I am out of here.
That's the question.
Good night.
Good day, sir.
Hey,
I say
please.
good day.
The queen knows the way.
I am the queen now.
I swear. I swear to God.
Hey guys, there's a really obvious landmark. Do you want to go to it? 20 minutes later. Yeah, we'll head over there.
You know that
The
plot you
fucking
wanted us to
puzzle
find,
thing again.
yeah? You know that plot thing? We're just gonna go over here instead.
We head towards it, I guess.
Slowly.
Okay.
Well, chat.
Okay. All right, you guys head towards there. I'll just do the same perception checks. All of you except for Douglas can hear the sounds of people chatting coming up ahead. This is after like 15 minutes of walking.
How many people seem to be talking? Oh no, I don't hear it.
You don't hear it.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear that?
I definitely hear that. Do you hear that?
Hey.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Shh,
Hey,
don't talk.
hey. How about we all stay back a little bit, and we just said, hey, Douglas,
Yeah.
keep going in that direction a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Keep going, and then Aiden's gonna hang back.
Oh, don't know why, but okay. Douglas heads on.
I prefer Douglas just trusts this, but
Sure.
so you Douglas, you continue forward, and eventually, like, you do hear the sounds of 3 people talking. They're kind of chatting amongst themselves. And because you're stealthing, as you turn the corner, you do see 3 men in white uniforms, very angled uniforms, and they seem to be chatting amongst themselves in a stressed way.
Do they appear
They
to
don't
be-
notice you.
Do they
as
appear to be
you-
sugar daddies?
No.
Okay, I inherently have a sense for this. They're my favorite enemy. Okay. 3 men in suits talking to each other seem stressed.
Well, they're uniforms, but
Uniforms.
they're white
White
uniforms,
uniform, okay.
very angled.
Okay, I'm gonna creep back to the party. Guys, there are 3 guys in white suits. They seem kind of nervous and anxious. They're like uniforms. They
Maybe
look
they're new.
They look a little bit like flight attendants. You know, when you go on a dragon ride or something, you got those flight
Oh,
attendants.
I've never been on one of those.
The ones that give you free
Heard they
drinks
were
and
amazing.
cookies.
Yeah, those ones. They're.
Cookies? Do they have cookies?
It really depends on the dragon you're going with. If you're going with Red Dragon flights, you really don't want to, you know. They're gonna charge you extra for saddlebags and dragon bags.
Oh. But do these guys have cookies, do you reckon? Would you like one?
I don't think these are the kind of cookie kind of guys, you know. These aren't your cookie cutter villains. These guys, they seem like they were waiting for someone, or they were deep in conversation. I couldn't really hear because I was a bit far away. Aiden, maybe you could use your suction cups to get a good listen now.
Okay, I'll try.
See what they're talking about. See if they're friend or foe.
Okay. So how exactly does that tentacle work?
It's essentially you place one suction cup to your ear and another to where you want to listen to. So I believe you can you would have to get closer to them. I'm going to say that, so it can amplify like when you're just normally listening, I think, and it can also amplify like through a surface, like the ground or a door.
Aiden will get a little bit closer, I guess.
All right, so you get a little bit closer. The tentacle kind of goes out, kind of checking out.
It's pretty gross, really, isn't it?
Guys, I can still hear you.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's
different.
It's freaking me out right now.
If you guys want me to be able to hear them, you need to.
I respect him so much less as a person now.
I know, right? It's weird.
It's okay. I think I accept him for who he is because my mom is a half orc.
I definitely don't. No.
I mean, I accept him because he's
Hey! I can't hear what they're saying because you guys are still talking.
Oh, sorry.
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 You really can hear well.
You really well.
Yeah,
I can.
things are working.
Aiden, make your perception check.
Aiden, make.
I'll give you advantage.
The other players check.
I'll give you advantage on it because it's the tentacle. Jesus Christ. Nope, they're talking too loud.
Aiden turns back and looks at them. A little bit of fire in his eyes. Nope, just you know what? Just you guys go talk to them.
All right, I'll go talk to them. I'm good with people.
Clearly, you're not. Clearly, you're not gonna let me. You're not gonna let me listen to them. So you guys should just go talk to them. I'll be back here. If you guys get in trouble, I'll throw a fireball out from here.
Oh, okay, good idea. Good plan.
But try not to hit us.
Yeah, you guys should go out there.
It's like right now, I don't give.
Okay, so are you guys gonna go talk to these three?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll out here. Hey, you.
They all kind of jump out of their skins again. They kind of turn wide-eyed. Seems to be three human men. They all are dressed in these like white uniforms. Strange because they do have these kind of red splotches on their uniforms, but in like a pattern. One of them has 5 like hearts on them, another has 3, another has 7. And you'll see that like one of them is carrying a paint can. And it's like, oh, hi.
The new one?
I mean, haven't you heard that the rabbit's been announcing it all around? There's a new queen in town.
There's a new queen in town. What's her name?
Go on.
We don't know. Basically, like, you know, when they take on the title, we don't know. We just call them by the title, right? Why? How do you guys not know this?
Because we're new here.
Okay.
Tell us all details. Old queen, who was she? New queen, who is she?
They're like, I mean, we can't really stick around here. We're trying to solve a crisis right now, so, someone else could explain it to you, maybe?
What's the crisis?
Yeah, we may have fucked up. Kind of.
I mean, what did you do?
They,
It can't be that bad. I mean, most queens are usually quite nice, from what I've heard, and like, you know, surely if you explained it to her, she'd be really reasonable and quite nice about it.
Well, we want to keep our heads. So, we accidentally.
Why would you not have your head after you've explained it?
It's the way of the queens. I don't. We you know, accidentally planted the wrong kind of flowers for the new queen, and you know, they're white and they're supposed to be red, and we're trying to paint them, but we're trying to not to get caught painting them. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know why the queen's taking heads, though. That's strange.
I like
Well,
this
queens
queen.
the queens have always taken heads around here.
I mean,
My kind of
nice
queen.
queens don't. Well, no, you like feet. She's not taking feet, Douglas. She's taking heads. It's like the opposite end.
Works for me. Okay, so she's gonna be upset. Can we see her? She's coming here?
Hopefully not. At least, I mean, I think she's busy with the court right now. And if you see her, tell her that we're not here. If you
Okay, we'll
could.
say that the guys in the white suits that are in the garden aren't in the garden painting the flowers red. Got it.
Okay,
We'll just say you're not here.
right.
You're not here painting the flowers red.
You can point us
It's
towards the new
already-
queen, though? Towards the palace?
Yeah, the court's just down there.
Alright,
Other
we won't mention
15
anything.
minutes.
But just for my own sake, what are you guys' names? What would they call you? The free white guys in suits, or free white suit guys, or free painters?
You don't really need to know who we are, I don't think. But we're part of the cards.
The
Cool.
cards are not painting the flowers red in the gardens.
No.
Okay?
Well,
Got the
bring that up.
message.
We won't bring it up.
All right, and they kind of look at you kind of skeptically, like, and then they go back to conspiring among each other.
Head towards the direction that they pointed.
Okay. So as you guys continue, you're now starting to see that the light, the forest starting to break up a little. There's more light, and more of the flowers. That is, the wildflowers that like to line up the brooks and stuff are starting to pop up again, as you're now seeing little brooks and creeks kind of now lighting the way as they lead into. Now, Freely and Alyssa, you were expecting, the Shine Glade is this very large open space with this fountain that had been placed in the center of it. You walk in and you see the fountain, but there's also a building here.
I mean, that's not normally there. I mean, these places keep messing with my home, and it's really confusing me. I don't like it. Really, this wasn't here before, was it?
Nope, it was not. But I think it's like an alternate reality.
Oh, like the house was an alternate, not my house, but my house, but not
Oh.
my house.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
My
Just walk
house,
in.
but not my home. So this is,
it's like a
This-
fake house.
yeah, so this is like a fake
Like a
Glimmer Grove.
beach house.
Suspicious.
Holiday home.
So she's probably a fake queen anyway. She's not
So-
even real.
So if this is a fake Glimmer Grove,
Hmm?
am I just cool to just set it all on fire? Can we just set?
Not yet. Not yet. I feel like there's more to this.
But it's a
Fine.
really good possibility that you should hang on to. As a
Aiden perks up a little
Don't
bit.
lose hope.
Aiden's day has gotten slightly better.
I'll let you know
Just a little bit.
what's happening.
So you guys, so what you will notice as well in this, with the building and the fountain, there's also a whole bunch of people here, all wearing that same white uniform, different patterning. Some of them have the red hearts, and some of them have these black clubs, and they're cards. They're called the cards for a reason. And the Shrine Glade is as bright as it ever was, and you're also noticing all these decorations around, roses that have been strung up in wreaths, and banners, and the such. Seems like some form of festivity is being prepared.
Another
I think we
party.
might be about to enter. Yeah, there could be another party. The last one actually went really well. So I mean, like, that's 2 for 2 for me.
It's a coronation, maybe? there's a new queen in town,
Why is it always parties?
right?
Maybe we should let them know that we're party planners. Because they probably didn't know, and they probably should involve us in the planning.
That's true.
They get too far on the planning.
Then again, every party that we've planned has ended up in some form of massive disaster. So maybe we should, you know.
Yeah, I
do
mean,
that
I mean,
one
that's a
up
really
close.
good point. Because the party,
gonna be on. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, the party we've just been to didn't go badly, and we didn't plan it.
Yeah. So we're 2 for 2 on parties we've planned ending up in mass slaughter.
Maybe the third time's a charm.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not feeling the party planning today. Like I'm just not like I'm not feeling
Right.
it. I'm just not feeling it today.
Yeah. I agree. Let's go in and just be ourselves.
Because that will go wonderfully if we're ourselves.
Yep.
Yep.
Agreed.
Everyone will love us.
Nothing could possibly go wrong then.
Douglas gonna stroll right in.
Okay, you stroll right in, and you see a bunch of the cards are kind of just setting up everything. There is a garden here, and you can see that some of them are dripping some red paint, and some of them are still white. And you see a couple of the cards are talking about it, and they set off into the forest.
Hey,
2 by
everyone.
2.
Hey, is there a queen around here? Excuse me.
The cards are very pointedly ignoring you.
Okay, now the warm reception. Gonna like step in. Queen, red queen. Queen who likes red. Got one of those right here.
Queenie! That worked last time.
That did work last time.
I mean, what queen doesn't like to be called Queenie, right?
Yo, queen, where are you at?
You're just screaming this in the middle of the fucking...
Shouldn't you be
Wait,
here?
all
This
right.
is like your palace, right?
Like, as you're walking towards the palace, this is what you're
Yo,
yelling.
Queen!
Yo, queen, what up?
Yeah. No. Aiden will. Aiden will cast Minor Illusion, and it's just gonna be Erlissa's voice screaming Queenie. So like real loud, super loud, like Bart
Ear-splitting.
Ultra Megaphone loud.
Okay.
Wow, that's really
Did you
neat.
just suction cups to project sound?
No, I think it only works one way. I don't.
Yeah, it always does.
You watch as all the cards stop. And
Yeah.
one of them comes up and is like, are you trying to get yourself killed?
That's right, bitch. Where's the queen?
Oh shit, that was so thug.
We
Right.
just want to go home.
Now Douglas is 5'2". He is like extra thug.
He's like... Please.
Are all these guards taller than Douglas though?
Yes, they're... You know what? It's an odd thing because they're all the same height.
They're all 5'3". God damn it.
They all get to look down at you 1 inch.
Yeah.
No, they're all the same height, which is strange.
Yeah, you know where the queen is? Come on.
It says, Her Majesty is getting ready for for court.
All right, when's court?
Probably very soon. We're just
Probably
preparing for
very
that.
soon. What kind of servant are you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys should really honestly know that.
Yeah, you should get paid less. Whatever you're being paid now is too much.
We'll add it to the list of things that we might or might not tell the Queenie
We'll
when
tell
we
the
speak
Queen
to
now.
her.
Yeah,
We
let's-
need to tell her things.
What's your name?
Fuck you, Will.
I look at his name badge. It's like that's so misty. I can't read that. This is a scribble. You can't even write your own name properly. You don't even know what your own name is. Right, okay. Nameless card man. I got your number.
I mean, guys, this inspection is just going horrible. These
I
people
know, yeah.
I know the Queen's gonna be so terribly disappointed when we tell her how terrible the inspection went.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Don't get a deception check, you motherfucker.
all right. I'll
Douglas believes.
Aiden is going to use. Wait, who do you want rolling this?
I mean, either one of any of you who were talking about it.
I got 12.
Okay. Come on, Aiden. It was 26 for me.
Dang.
I'm gonna stick with I think Aiden's got the deception uncovered there.
I do two things well: persuasion and deception, and that's it.
Lie and burn things.
And burn things. 3 things. I do 3 things well.
You watch as the card kind of pales enough to kind of match the white of his suit. He's like, I'm so sorry. We've been setting up for the new queen. Of course, it's always a big deal when someone new takes the name. How can I help all of you?
Well, we're gonna be taking down the names of all your other friends here, but if you want to stay off the list, you can take us to the one of the
Court.
queens.
Take us
Yeah.
somewhere.
Take us to one of the queens.
Yeah.
The Red Queen.
The Red
right?
Queen, take it to a court. Where's a seat we can take and we can go talk to her.
Okay. You have a court date then?
Sure, yeah, we fucking do.
Yeah, today. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Right
obviously.
fucking now.
He kind of nods and says, okay. And he,
I think we are complete strangers.
Obviously, you guys don't know about it because what's the point of an inspection if you guys know about it?
Yeah, kind of the whole point.
Come on,
Come on.
Lee.
Let's go.
yeah,
now.
so he very timidly, like,
I put a hand on his shoulder and start like pushing him very forcibly.
yeah, so he starts,
He feels uncomfortable.
yeah, so starts walking with you towards this building, which is less of a palace than you kind of thought. It's not nearly as elaborate as palaces you've seen before. It's a fairly demure-looking, rectangular building. Lots of roses along it, and it's painted red. And he takes you through, not through a front entrance, but around towards the side.
But by the way, what was your name again, just so that we remember to leave it off the list?
He's like, you call me, I mean, we don't, just call us by the title. Mine is Ace of Spades.
All right, Ace. You're not already so Ace, are you?
He's like, whatever you say.
You're getting more spade than Ace over here, buddy.
I mean, but he was kind of helpful. Unlike the other ones, like, 8 of hearts, I swear gave us a funny look.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make sure to write that down in our report.
I'll remember you.
Well, exactly.
He takes you to the side and he opens up a door with some keys that he has. He says, just take a seat in here.
I do.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
The
so you guys
biggest
walk
chair.
in and she says, good luck. And the door shuts behind you.
Fuck you too. All right.
You guys are in court. You are in what looked like to be a courtroom. And you are placed currently to the side of the stage, or where assumably the main proceedings would take place. And you're kind of in a section off box in a sense. There is a door that can lead you to and from your box to the main room, there are 5 chairs set out here. And on the stage, you see 2 thrones. And you see a glass case that sits between them on a pedestal. And in this glass case, you guys see a head of a woman, you think? Probably some elven heritage in there. Just a head, and you can kind of see the congealed blood underneath it. Does not look like it did not look like the head was removed in a peaceful manner, considering the expression on her face.
Yeah, guys, it's a little creepy.
That's pretty weird.
It's a little weird.
Is she within, like, earshot?
The stage is probably it's probably about 20 feet away from you, meaning the head is probably about 30, 40 feet away from you.
Okay. Does it look like she's waiting for something to happen?
It looks... You know what? You can make me an insight check.
I'm gonna read this head.
It's dead.
What does it...
It's dead.
Inside.
You're dead.
And you said it's just the head?
It's just the head.
Oh. There's nothing else in here.
There's nobody else here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello there.
Hey. I think maybe that's just a severed head.
That might just be... It didn't move in here, though, didn't it?
You didn't see it move. You just kind of came in and it was just there.
Well, it's just there. Okay. Well, they said things were starting up in a minute, so maybe we give it a minute. See if the head does something.
I'm counting.
You keep... Yeah. Give it like 5 minutes and see if anything happens.
Wait, no, you said a minute.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll count to 5.
All
Okay,
right.
so that's about 15 seconds now.
You count to 3 minutes and 27 seconds. When...
Wow, that was a lot of counting.
you hear the front main doors open, the ones that you guys now come through. And you see a rabbit. A familiar one, a white rabbit in a little suit. And it kind of stands at the top of the steps leading down towards the stage and lifts up its trumpet, and that's now in its hand, and it does a do. And one of the cards next to it says, "Court will be in session." And you watch as a bunch of people start filtering into the room, anywhere from people from the cards. You even spot a couple, like the other civilians. There's a couple familiar faces in here, just from your villages and your homes. Which is odd, because they should not really be around here. You don't think?
I think I know that.
I was going to say, I know that one. I knew him.
And the other one.
Old high school enemies.
That one. No, people from, the villages and things.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were mean, but not too bad.
Yeah, that lady makes really good pies.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, the pie lady. She's great.
Okay.
But they shouldn't be here, because here isn't home.
Maybe
So
they're
they're
just
at
fake.
home.
Maybe they're fake people too. Like the fake house.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but they're all fake.
Like just like all friends.
I mean, no, because you guys aren't fake. You're like the most honest people I've ever met.
Sure.
And you're my real friends, right?
Yes.
Maybe we should try calling out to the head now.
Thank you, Philly.
They seem to be amassing around the head.
As you guys, as to watch them kind of settle in, from the front, everything goes quiet as everyone is settled in. And from the front doors, in steps a figure, elven, with long blonde hair. Very, very, very familiar to you, because this is one Allie Carroll, dressed in a fine red dress with heart patterning as she walks down the steps of the stairs with grace, carrying an axe in her hand.
Gonna eat her.
Hello? Do we be like, oh, okay, hi, I'm copying Philly.
She did not acknowledge your presence if she had seen it, as she walks down to the front of the stage, and she seats herself at one of the thrones. And she, with coldness that was not seen to you when she first greeted you, she says, by the powers that were given to me as the queen, now that I've defeated the old one, court is in session for the trial of one Aiden, Douglas, Philly, and Alyssa.
Wait a minute, that's our names.
Wait, why
That's
are
weird.
we...
And all of you guys feel as cards are now grabbing you and hauling you
Oh,
to the front of the stage.
They're mean.
fuck.
I'm gonna have words with that Allie, because she was a crap member of the guild.
What did I say?
I'm gonna tell her to her face.
Never trusted her. Called it again.
Yeah,
And
why? What?
yeah, as she places her hand on the glass case, you watch as the head eyes kind of open and kind of glow, and that glow kind of emanates into her. Says, and by the power of this land, we shall now commence the trial.
Allie, I thought we were mates.
Aiden sticks up a middle finger.
Go to hell, bitch.
I thought we were friends and you actually liked me.
All of you
betrayed
can
me.
All of you can make me insight checks.
Insight. Super good at that.
Nat 20.
Oh boy.
Ooh, hyper.
Wait,
That's a
you actually
10 from
like
Aiden.
me.
Which is basically a nat 20 for him on insight.
Oh, no. I mean, she's good at it, but, you know.
No, but
not
it's
this
okay.
time.
All right, so Douglas and Philly. Douglas, you've noticed this before. She got the same kind of glazed over look as the Hatter, as the hair, and as you kind of peer around, that's all the people in this room. Philly, you're noticing that she's delivering these lines, but she's not saying it with any form of conviction.
Okay. So, like, it's not her actually saying them?
She's saying them for sure, and she believes in what she's saying, but the manner she's delivering them is not with any great enthusiasm or anything.
Is it safe to assume that she betrayed us?
It's hard to say,
Maybe
even
she's-
with a nat 20. That's a difficult thing to figure out.
What are we supposed to have done here? Eh? Well, give me a charge.
Hey, hold up, Douglas. Before we say anything, we have a right to legal counsel.
Yeah, that's right. And
We
you,
won't say
Miss Allie, have a right to
anything
fuck the hell off, as far as I'm concerned.
How
You have
I am
that right
so
up, right as well.
disappointed.
We never burned down that tavern. That we just did. That wasn't us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't prove it. We left no one
Let's on this
behind.
one.
That
You
we
could do that F word that I don't understand.
we made sure there was no evidence. There's no way you could have found out.
Allie does not seem to really hear what you guys are saying, and says, "The charges are read as followed. For one, Urlissa, we say the endangerment of innocence, lack of agency, and negligence that has caused the harm of others. Furtherly, we charge you with unwarranted jealousy,
What?
with allowing harm to befall on innocence and negligence as well. Douglas, we charge you with the murder of many innocents and
Fuck that.
threatening of bodily harm."
I've never threatened anyone's body. Merely their feet.
I've
That's
never
different.
harmed anybody, I don't think. I thought I was really nice, and I don't think. Have I hurt people?
Innocence is so subjective.
And
I definitely haven't hurt anything innocent.
And she looks at you, Aiden, and she says, "You are being charged with fraud,
It's gonna be a long
With-
list.
with yeah, it's a long fucking list.
Captain Jasper.
With arson, with the endangerment of innocence, with murder, and with conspiring to assassinate all members of the halfling space."
That about sums it up. What?
And that's where we're going to leave it off for today. I finally got to incorporate it.
Oh.
Damn her,
There
she's
we go.
evil.
Oh, is she? I
Hold-
mean,
Wow, I
That
know.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Douglas.
it doesn't matter
Hate
who's
her.
Douglas. We're gonna,
Now-
I'm gonna
Hate her.
cut off her feet.
Will
and run
might
by.
ask that question, but Douglas says she's evil, kill her.
She is evil. She's going down. I cannot wait. Well, my friends, that's what we're going to end tonight's episode of Tales from the Twisted Tower. Stick around here. We've got our next game, the Great Galleria of Drunrundy, coming up here in just a few minutes' time, where you guys can come along and play some games along with us. So stick around for that. But let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online, around on the internet? And of course, another thank you and shout out to our sponsors D&Dice.co.uk, who make the show happen and who allow us to do terrible things and shenanigans here every Thursday here on Ghana Roleplay. Kiana, what do you think about tonight's show?
That was fun. Again, Alice in Wonderland, one of those classics. One of those ones that, you have so much pop material and meta things to have fun with. And I think we did. I thoroughly enjoyed kind of throwing all of these kind of crazy things at the party. We managed to actually get through more plot, actually, for once. So, that's nice. And it's also nice to kind of be able to finally bring in that one wild magic surge that I've been holding on to. The freaking Aiden being accused of plotting to the genocide of all halflings. So I'm so happy with that. But yeah, I always love being here on Thursdays. Always super fun. Where you guys can find me? You guys can find me over on Twitter at KennaS, like the thing above my head, where I talk about all things tabletop and life and cute animals. You'll see a lot about theater tonight because I'll literally right after this I'm going off to do my theater production.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. If you guys like hear me talking about tabletops, you guys can go hit up the podcast Lady Slaying Dragons, where me and two other cool ladies talk about tabletops. We have topics every week. We love to hear from you guys as to what topics to talk about. This upcoming episode, we have a special guest. And yeah, these episodes released every Sunday at 9 p.m. And you can find us over on Twitter at Lady Slaying to find out where you can catch us everywhere. And if you guys like seeing my face and seeing me play D&D, I'm over on WebDM show every Tuesday night playing a Spelljammer-inspired campaign. You'll see a couple familiar faces from Encounter Roleplay over on there. And I got to play a killer robot, which is super fun. So so join us over there. And until next Thursday, where we'll see if, we're going to have Off With Their Heads. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
Great stuff. Thank you, Kiana. Let's go start with Kat. Same questions, Kat.
Well, I mean, that was a beautiful session. That was great. I am looking forward to seeing whether I just wanted to say it. I just wanted to say Off With the Heads, so I can't wait. But yeah, it was a really good session. Well done, Kiana. Much fun, and I was really excited to actually discover plot today, and we actually did some things. Just felt weird. We're gonna have to fill Rose in on a lot next week because we actually did.
We're gonna have to fuck around a lot next week. Jeez.
I know, like literally no plot next week, as far as I'm concerned, guys.
I won't have it.
Love you, Kiana. But yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at CatTulip, which is my own account, which is a mix of all sorts of weird and random insights into what goes on in my head. Or you can come and check us out on the Pocket Mimic podcast, where we talk all things 5th edition D&D, gives you ideas, how to build worlds, different sort of tips for DM, where we build cool items. So yeah, come check it out.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you can find me. I've just done the session with the FAQ New crew on YouTube, so you can see my wonderful Larissa Desiree Define tiefling.
Very cool, very cool. And Anna.
Hello, I had fun as always, and I love Alice in Wonderland so much, so I'm super excited to just dive into the world, literally and figuratively. Literally in the game, whatever, you know what I mean.
Got it.
Crushed it. And you can find me on Twitch doing the stuff and the things at Cyborg Pizza. I play a lot of Overwatch and indie games there. And I also do some makeup. I'll do like casual cosplays, like I did a Pharaoh cosplay. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter. There's photos there and shenanigans. Also, you can find me on the Web DM show Thursdays at 4 p.m.
I don't know if you've ever known what time that show starts.
I don't remember. But just follow Web DM or I'll retweet it. And also, I'm part of an all ladies 5E actual play D&D podcast called Wonder Quest. And we released a Patreon last week, I think. And you can find a video of me kicking butt and stuff. But yeah, and if you like the podcast, consider supporting.
Absolutely, great
I'll
stuff.
post
Yeah. And last but not least, Tommy.
Oh boy, Aiden's having a real rough time of it. I also just realized that her name is Allie. That one just.
You literally
just.
Like,
and
I
her
went-
last name is Carol.
It's been a while. Okay.
I thought Douglas thought her name was Alley Cat, so.
But yeah, no, Aiden's having a real rough time of it, and I recounted. I actually have 21 wild magic surge effects on me and 1 tentacle.
That might be close to a record.
Yeah, a lot of them. I think I'm gonna make a post on my Twitter for every single one of them later today. But you keep trying, chat. Like, I will survive. This is now a challenge.
I mean, we have 3 more episodes.
Yep.
3 more episodes this season.
I will survive. That is my goal now. That is my only goal, is that Aiden makes it through. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Imperator Pengu, as says above. I tweet about D&D and stuff that I might be streaming every now and then, usually D&D related. I am also a cast member of the Undersiders podcast, a 5e actual play podcast, and that releases every Sunday. Find that on any podcasting app out there.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you, Tommy, as always. Thank you to the rest of the cast as well. Great job today here on Tales from the Twisted Tower. We'll see you guys same time next week for more Twisted Tower, but stick around for the next game here. The Great Gallery of Grunrudy is about to start up. We've got a bunch of viewers coming in to play games with us, so stick around for that. Until next time, my friends, try not to draw too many nat ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye. Alrighty, everybody. We are going to head into our next show, my friends. Yes, we are. We're going to head into the Great Galleria of Gran Rundi here in 38 minutes time. We've got a little longer of a break than normal today, which means time to grab food, time to grab drinks, and while we're on the countdown today, we're going to do a little something else. We're going to play a video. We're going to go over here. In fact, a series of videos. Should be on playlist. Which are from the Purge the Wiki series on D&D. So it's me looking at terrible homebrew items, reviewing them, laughing at them, and having a good time. So stick around for Gallery, Gran Rundi and Galleria put together as Gallery. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Damn it, why is there no music? Fuck, God damn it, YouTube, why do you keep muting yourself? Why is that a thing? Oh, wait, now? There we go. Enjoy. Now, there's some pretty good stuff out there on the DMs Guild, Unearthed Arcana, Drive-Thru RPG, and other homebrew websites like the Middle Finger of Vecna. There's some good D&D subreddits for homebrew material, and then there's the D&D Wiki. I figured it would be fun to take a look at some of the things that you can find on this wiki. And if any of your players comes to you and they says they found a class or a race from a D&D Wiki, then please be sure to check it out and verify it, because this is just some of the stuff which is out there on the D&D Wiki, and we're going to do a bit of a clean through of that wiki page, because I know a lot of people use it, and it's dangerous in many ways. Now, I don't mean to be rude to anyone that's been making this homebrew content, simply warning people that there is some shit out there. And in my opinion, if you do something shit and it might end up at someone's table because it's there out on the internet on the D&D Wiki, you should be called out on it. So this is that. And I'm not even looking today at the stuff which is on the wiki, which simply has no stats in there whatsoever, or bare minimum. And of course, I've only picked some of the bad things that are on the wiki. Of course, there's some good stuff as well for those people doing good D&D homebrew content. Fucking well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. And now let's move on and see what's out there. All right, my friends, I present to you the Drit. Drit? The Drit. It's a 5e race. So, as the meeting room becomes tense with disagreement and anger, a softly featured green-skinned individual stands and calms his companions with fascinating ease. As the orc swings down his great axe to the poor halfling, a dark pink mist fabricates a green figure. As the flash of blades, a parry, and the orc is knocked over, his great axe laying over yonder. The green-skinned mechanic finishes modifying the machine, all while ordering where the archer should strike, and now eyes for the perfect spot for the machine to do its work. I'm not sure if these are connected or if these are just kind of random sentences, you know. A fox lay yonder, and there was a bridge by it. There was a man, and it was good. There was a bush. It was green. Okay, so this is what the Drit are, or the Drit are. Sounds a bit suspiciously like Drizzt, doesn't it? The Drit are highly friendly plant people with more than adequate natural weaponry. Milady, it looks like your natural weaponry there is more than adequate. Overall, their visible body structure is similar to that of humans, with exceptions depending on their subrace. Beyond their chlorophyll-colored skin, the most differentiating features are found at the Drit's head. Overall, the noseless visage should, by all means, come across as scary and ward people away, but thanks to their heightened psychic prowess, they constantly portray an aura of utter friendliness, which causes one to enjoy their presence. No one. They also possess full heads of hair. Really? Usually of a darker green than their skin, though some have violet hair due to having a retinal instead of a chlorophyll. Okay. In their hair, Drit have small flowers, differing in color from Drit to Drit. Okay, there's a lot of description amongst them. There's 4 subraces of Drit as well. It seems like they're kind of dryads, I guess, with flowers in their hair. History of the Drit. No one knows the history of the Drit. They just appeared one day. So... Why is that so funny to me? Who's that guy over there? I know, he just showed up. What is known is that the Bast initially met other beings with caution and constantly eyed them. A natural interaction considering the protective nature of the Bast. It was not... It does sound like bust, doesn't it? It was not long, however, before stable trust was set in place between the Drite and the other races. Okay, the Drite live in give-to-get society among their own cities. They built cities in a day, apparently, because no one knew where they came from. And they have a state of mind when living in other cities. Generally, the positions Drite hold correspond to their natural instinct. A Bast will usually take up guard duty. A Core will usually be head of military, etc. Regardless of this, almost every single employment region will have one of each Drite working at the site. Very inclusive, the Drite. The Bast on guard duty will have a Core to coordinate them, an Ambran to attempt diplomacy if possible, or maybe haggle a little extra pay, and a Droy to bring supplies or act as a blocking force. In a sense, every Drite city is made up of ecosystems of jobs, which in turn are made up of ecosystems of good friends. This sounds like the Communist Manifesto. Ever wanted to live in a society where all Drite are good eco-friends? Hey, brother. All right, so let's get down to the... Okay, so maybe the Drite are a little bit silly. Maybe I've made a bit of fun about, you know, what they sound like and stuff like that. But someone's worked hard on some of that stuff, I guess. Let's get on to the actual rules, because this can be the dangerous part in your game, right? When someone comes to your table and you're like, look, it's from the D&D wiki, and it's like, well, that seems like a verifiable place. And then you come to this. Dryad traits. Depends on subrace. All have +1 intelligence. Age, Drite mature after about 14 years. Regional hormone. You have a ridiculous ability. It is ridiculous. To regenerate even the most grievous of wounds. At the start of your turn, if you are below your HP maximum, roll a d20. On a roll of an 18 or higher, you regain 1 plus your constitution modifier hit points to a minimum of 1. Additionally, during a short rest, you gain 1.5 times as many hit points from your hit dice. You cannot die from being decapitated. If you have been decapitated, you just fall unconscious. No, you are not stabilized. And automatically start a short rest lasting for 30 minutes. I love that balance, you know. If you have been decapitated, you fall unconscious, but you're not stabilized, so that's balanced. After the short rest is over, you will have regrown your head, and your old one will have decayed. This only works if the short rest is not interrupted, such as being attacked. If it is interrupted, then you reset the time of your short rest. So in theory, the only way for you to die by being decapitated is someone keeps interrupting your head every 30 minutes. If any other limbs have been severed, you can regrow them during a long rest too. So it's not just your head. It's all your limbs. You only have to make death saving throws every other turn instead of every turn. Being attacked while unconscious still imposes a failed death saving throw. Fuck me. I mean, it's a psychic ability. You have a vague sense of telepathy and even telekinesis. It's okay. So this is what this is like. This is like someone is thinking out loud for like their superhero character, and he's got a vague sense of telepathy, telekinesis too. You can exude a certain aura of sensation. You can choose within 10 feet of you as an action. You can focus this sensation on either allies or enemies. You should converse with your DM what an emotion will do when used. Since there are far too many to be listed here. Yes, I know what an emotion is. Ask your DM. You have to ask your DM what an emotion is. And what it will do. So also in psychic abilities, you can also lift objects weighing no more than 10 pounds and 15 feet of you, though it takes your concentration to do so. Lungless, you can hold your breath for twice as long and cannot be suffocated by conventional means. What's a conventional mean of suffocation, I guess? I guess like a conventional meme would be like hanging someone, and an unconventional would be using like a tire. You can photosynthesize for nutrition. While in direct sunlight, you do not need to eat. You are considered full after approximately 6 hours in direct sunlight, and every hour after that provides an extra hour without needing food. See, I don't actually mind that. If you're playing like a tree person, that could be kind of cool because the food stuff doesn't play a big mechanical role in like combat, for instance, which is where balance is needed quite often. I won't go through all of the sub-races because there are 4 of them and they are all ridiculous. But the Ambran, improved mind reading, you are passively aware of any errant thoughts in your friends in politics. Deception checks have disadvantage against you, and you have advantage on insight checks to figure out if someone is lying. I'm passively aware of any errant thoughts in my friends in politics. What does that even mean? Now, there's a ton more that we could read through here, but I'll link it down below for you guys to enjoy. I know you can suggest edits. I'm not saying that the idea of a dryad isn't cool. You know, dryads are cool. Perhaps with a bit more work, this could be fleshed out. It will need severe balancing and changing. But just take this as a word of warning for the D&D Wiki. You know, check out what's on there and see for yourself. If you like the video, like it, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Last week we did some pretty good purging of the D&D Wiki. We took a look at the D&D5E race, and we're back again today, this week, to take a look at some more of the horrors of the D&D Wiki, because the things I've seen, my friends, the things I've seen. I took some of your guys' suggestions as to what I should look at for this week's Purge of the D&D Wiki, and I had to trawl through some of the best of the worst, and I came up with this. So without any further ado, let's go purge the Wiki, my friends. Okay, alright, so this week we're taking a look at the D&D5E race. Last week was the Drites. Today is the Draken. We're working our ways through the Ds, apparently. Here's the interesting thing about the Draken. You can see that Draken is spelled with an I here. But I went onto the wiki and then I saw this. The Drakeen with a Y, which has exact, or at least very similar. It's got the same, like, weeby picture down here. Seems like it's unclear as to what exactly this thing is called. Draken or Drakin. I'm not sure why it makes a difference. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the D&D Wiki allows this. I don't understand. Why is this okay? It's not okay. It's clearly not okay. I'm not okay, guys. Here's the funny thing. It's Drakin with an I drawn by Cutty Sark on DeviantArt, who drew that. So it's with an I there. So even further controversy. What will the fans think? Draken names. I do quite enjoy these. Male, human or dragon types, Ken. I am an awesome dragonborn man with wings. What are you called? Ken. Female, Sarah. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's see the damage. Ability score increase. Choose one. Supreme Focus, +3, +2, +1, 23 stats. Versatile, +2, +2, +1, +1 to any 4 stats. All around, +1 to all 6 stats. They stand between 6 to 9 feet tall. Their base walk speed is 50 feet. They get a dragon breath weapon, and they can transform into dragons. Alright, when they transform, the Draken gains scales, claws, wings, horns, and a tail. Note, horns are only a visual thing. Consult DM if used as a weapon. If your horn has been used as a weapon for longer than 4 hours, you should seek DM consultants. Alright, transforming takes a bonus action from a human, half, full and full, half. What does this sentence mean? Half, full and full, half. Bonuses. Flexible scales cover parts of the body and do not inhibit spellcasting in any way as they are part of the natural body. Base AC is set to 15. 15 plus your strength or dex modifier. Resistance to force damage, level 5. Can use some magical shield effects. DM's choice. Drawbacks. forcibly removes any armor worn, cannot use claws or tail and half-humanoid dragon, cannot cast spells, use abilities while flying. Consult your DM about that. Okay, full humanoid dragon scales. Transforming takes a full action from human. Full and full. Human. I guess, so you can spend half an action to turn into a half humanoid dragon, and then you can spend a full action to go into a full humanoid dragon. Maybe that's it. Bonuses: hardened scales cover the entire body, AC is 16 plus strength 4 dex, resistance to 4s, gain +1 bonus to AC at levels 5, 10, 15, and 20, resistance to non-magical slashing, pierce, and blunt damage at level 10. Same drawbacks as before, but your movement speed is reduced by 10 feet in full humanoid dragon form, down to 40 feet, which is, very hampering. I'm being fucking sarcastic. You also get a long, hard, bald tail. I'm a child. Which grows behind you and can be used to attack opponents. This is considered finesse magic weapon that you are proficient with. This can attack multiple opponents 5 feet around the Draken. If you take the Dragonborn, the dragon aspect there is that it gets to do its breath weapon, which is a cool thing. This gets the breath weapon, it gets all of the versatility of humans, all of the cool stuff about Dragonborn, and also it gives it flying as well. Now, people that follow my stream or know me will know that I'm not a huge fan of flying in D&D, especially giving players at level 1 a flying speed of 50 if they spend a half action, whatever half action is. I guess a bonus action, right, is what he means, I suppose. I feel like a lot of these problems that we go through when we're purging this wiki is people not really understanding the balance of the game, and they're like, well, how about I have this cool thing, and how about I have this other cool thing as well, and it just leads to these ridiculous classes that, now I get a dragon heritage, now I have wings, and a bald tail, and claws, and I can fly, and the dragon breath weapon, and all of the ability score versatility of humans variants. It just gets too much, and you're reading through this thing, and you're bored, because it's not a race, it's like a whole class in itself. I'm not saying that the Draken isn't a cool idea. I think that, half-dragon humanoid things definitely have some kind of place in D&D. I feel like they're mostly brought up by the Dragonborn, though. If first of all needs to decide on what the hell it's called, is it the Draken? Is it the Draken? Y or I? It's so confused. It's so confused in itself. It doesn't know who it is. It's got daddy issues. It doesn't know who its dragon daddy is. Today's episode is going to be a double whammy because I'm not quite done yet. My rant is not yet finished, and there's more purging to be done this day, my friends. And so we're going to take a look at the Great Saber-Tooth 5e race. Yes, the Great Saber-Tooth 5e race, because we need that. Alright, not here to kill you. As far as I'm concerned, you can stay just like this, but I'm gonna make you a promise. You ever find anything, anybody make life worth living again, I'll be there. Kabaloo, a famous great saber known for the killing spree on the settlers of Khatun he committed on his own personal crusade. Alright, physical description. Great Saber-Tooths known as Smilodon Ailurorex to scholars. I think that's the actual, dinosaur name of it. I seem to remember watching a documentary when I was a kid and they're called Smilodon. And today we are going to be looking at a class. The previous 2 episodes we looked at race, so I thought, why not switch it up again? So without any further ado, my friends, let's go and purge the wiki. Welcome to the fucking darkest timeline. Today we're going to be looking at the Dragon Knight 5E class, and holy fucking hell, look at this table of contents. I mean, fucking look at that thing. That is as large as a fucking walrus which has been inflated with gelatin over the course of 20 years and has actually borne flight somehow. Don't read into why I know what that looks like. A heavily clad knight walks through the town. The townsfolk make way with fear in their eyes. She hears a scream, "Ah!" in the middle of town, and she rushes to the source. A man, the governor, just executed another man for stumbling before him.
How dare you stumble before me, sir?
Eyes of rage burn behind her intimidating helmet. She leaps and strikes at the governor. He retracts and tries to cast his spells, to no avail. She grabs the man by the neck, and her cloak spreads out, shifting into wings as she launches into the air. "Over 9,000!" she calls out to the wind, then throws the man downwards as he falls. His last sight is the maw of an ancient dragon. She lands upon her companion, then departs. Right. Well, that told me all I need to know. Not many deserve to rule over dragons, and fewer still can ever accomplish such a feat. But those who do mostly become dragon knights, an ancient order who once devoted their lives to protecting the eggs of dragons. These warriors would lay down their lives in exchange for a dragon to watch over their race. Occasionally, a wormling would see the devotion of these knights and would then devote their lives to protecting the one who they owed their chance at life to. But with the dwindling number of dragons, this order simply faded into history. It's a fucking lot of devotion goes into this. That's what I'm getting. Lots of devotion. I think the word devote may be in this paragraph at least 6 or 7 times. Many dragons possess powers that even they are not aware of. A dragon knight knows the ancient arts required in artificial aging and power extraction, and by forging a soul connection with the dragon, either willing or forced, creates a symbiotic relationship between the two, although the knight tends to take more than it gives in terms of power. Fuck me, the innuendos in this. Yeah, their courage is boundless, their strength is magnificent, their leadership is awe-inspiring, their